Welcome to the 5 Letters podcast, featuring myself, Yells,
alongside Cam.
And yo, it's me, Bez.
Yeah. Nolay. Yo. I am that bitch, hold you ain't shit. We driving around like it's Tokyo Drift, lifting the doors. I made him lick on the clit on all fours. I am more sicker than ever before. I cannot stop for a breath or a pause. Shit on the law, stick on Dior. Bitches be hating and don't know what for. Man, it's a bore. I know they're bored and never abroad and hating on shit that they cannot afford. Stuck in the bits and never on tour. They be like bitch, they be like whore. I be like please, hate on me more. Give me a reason, give me a cause. Nails on fleeky, look at the claws. My contract bangs, look at the claws. Ill bitch. Trill.
Welcome to episode 39 of the 5 Letters podcast. We're back. We're almost at episode 40. Yeah, geez, for real. That intro track right there, that track was entitled Trill Shit. It's by Nolay off her Top Bitch EP. A lot of swear words. But yeah, hold tight Nolay, obviously, like I say, one of my favorite artists right now. She's just going in on the drill stuff. Proper legend. But yeah, as usual, we got Cam. He sat on my left today. We got Bez sat across from me. I don't know. We're playing musical chairs. But yeah, so we're back. Episode 39, almost episode 40, which will be another big milestone for us. Haven't missed an episode yet. We've been fully putting in the work. So yeah, man, it's a bit mad. But talk to me, Bez. How's your 2 weeks been?
2 weeks. It's not really, I haven't really been doing much. I was ill last, not this week before last sort of thing, so I had a bit of a cold / hay fever hitting me all at the same time. So yeah, I don't normally get it that bad, but I think maybe because of the new area or whatever, it's a lot more greenery and that. But so last weekend when the sun was out, it was proper just hitting me. I just couldn't. I felt like I need to sneeze 24/7. It was horrible. And I had some honey and had some Benadryl, and that helped. So I was feeling better after that. And yeah, went to the what's it called, the beach sort of area, not too far from us, the Lido, yeah. So I went down there when the sun was out, and yeah, it was quite nice actually. I've never been before, so it was quite interesting to go and have a look at it. And we got Ghana qualifying for the World Cup, which I was watching the games obviously.
I hate to say it, but this Uruguay thing, I don't think it's going to end well.
We're going to smoke them.
I
hope we don't beat them, we have to break them. One or the other.
No, I've been seeing so many tweets and stuff where people are saying literally, Ghanaians just saying all sorts. Someone put a picture of Partey talking to the referee, and it's give Suarez a red card before this game starts, or we will kill him. I'm like, yes.
What, are they in the same group or what? Yeah, so the World Cup draw was out the other day. So obviously we played Nigeria, beat them. Didn't beat the drew with them, but went through on away goals. And then the World Cup draw came out yesterday, and we got in the same group as Uruguay. So yeah, a bit of payback needed.
Better be a payback thing. They need to be put into the dirt, all of them.
So we'll have some smoke ready for them. I think it's a head versus heart thing. Everyone, my heart's saying we're gonna smoke them. We're gonna the power from the 2010 team is gonna drive us forward, but head's saying we're gonna get absolutely battered by everyone in that group.
Who else is in the group? We
got Portugal and we got South Korea as well. It's a relatively tough group, so I think we're gonna have a hard ride on that one. Yeah, so I don't think I don't know if we're gonna actually get through it. It's gonna be a tough one, but we'll see. Hopefully we'll.
Yeah, no, to be honest, I'm obviously supporting Ghana as well, because obviously Grenada, Dominica, or anyone in the Caribbean, we don't make it.
Yeah.
So, and then not supporting this Babylon, so. So yeah, we end up supporting one of the African teams more time. So yeah, and Ghana, it's either usually Ghana or It's mostly Ghana, actually, usually, when I think about it, that we usually end up supporting. But if they're not there, then maybe a Nigeria, if Nigeria's there, or like Ivory Coast, if Ivory Coast are there, back in like Drogba days or something. Yeah, that's where we usually just kind of, that's the team, because, boy, or Brazil, if you want to just be like, because Brazil, to be fair, Brazil has a lot of black players, like, as well, so.
England has a lot of black players.
Nah, but this here, Babylon, they don't deserve the support.
They got Saka there, man. He's gonna drive them through.
Nah, man. Look what they did to him last time.
I know. I support Saka. I don't support England. I support
That's
Saka.
what I'm saying. Look what they did to him last time. Like, nah, man. Absolutely not. Like, man missed one penalty. Man was doing bits the entire tournament. Missed one penalty, and it was just chaos.
It's deep. It's so dread.
So yeah, we can't support that. But yeah, the World Cup is due to be sick, but it's in Qatar and it's in the winter, and it's just
it's weird. It's in November. It's like, it doesn't make any sense, because it's going to obviously have the Premier League, which is going to take a break. Apparently, it's like literally a week before the World Cup starts, the Premier League stops, and then a week after the World Cup finishes,
it comes back.
Yeah.
So if whoever wins that, if they've got Premier League players, it's going to be peak.
Exactly.
Playing a bag of games.
Yeah.
Or not even whoever wins it, whoever gets like to the later stages. Like, I would say about semi-finals, like all of those teams.
Exactly.
Like, them players are going to be tired.
Yeah. And obviously, like, in other countries, they have the winter break already. So, like, I don't know if that will include that sort of thing. But, we don't have winter break. So, it's just going to be just a mess. It's going to be like, I don't know what they're going to do with the games.
Boy, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, Cam, what about you? What's your 2 weeks been like?
The same as usual. Not really been doing much. Just been working, chilling. I don't think anything special has happened this 2 weeks for me. I can't think of anything, but yeah, just the usual, you know. I mean, people like to call me boring. I call myself, I don't know, I'm fun. I have a good time, just in my house. You call me boring all the time. For not going out, I'm like, I have a good time in my house. I'm not bored. But yeah, that's it really. What about you?
So yeah, my 2 weeks have been, I don't know. It's been alright. It's been okay. Like, I had some time off, which was amazing. And I went to the Lido as well, separately to when Bez went, but I went as well, checked that out, which was really, really cool, really, really dope. Got to enjoy like the sunshine and that. I walk around and just see taking the nature of the local. Taking the nature of like the local area and that, which was really, 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 really nice. Other than that, I did my driving theory test. Finally, I'm so far behind the curve on that, but I did that.
You passed
it, smashed it. Easy W's. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
It is a very easy test. It's like one of the easiest tests I've ever done in my life, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, like, as long as you as long as you
common knowledge, common sense.
It's just like, as long as you have some common sense, you'll probably do okay. And then if you actually revise for it, you should just smash it.
Yeah,
it's so minor.
Although I checked earlier, I don't have a parking light.
Do you not?
No. I put the indicator on and there's nothing when my engine's off.
So it can't just be when your engine, it has to be like within a minute of your engine going off.
What, it comes on after a minute? Or?
So no. So you turn off your engine,
and
then within a minute of your engine going off, you have to do the indicator.
Okay.
So it's not just when your engine's off. You have to basically turn off.
Because I put the indicator on, then turn the engine off.
No.
Okay.
You turn the engine off, then put the indicator on,
Okay.
but it has to be within the 60 seconds apparently of the engine going off. And
I'll try that again. So I'm really curious. We had this debate yesterday because Yels was saying to me, like, do you know what a parking light is? I'm like, what? Parking light? What's this? Like, you mean reversing light? No, parking light. Like, what? Like the brake light is parking light?
Yeah. I've been basically talking about that with everyone because since I've done the theory test, and I'm talking to like a lot of drivers who are actually on the road, but they don't know their damn driving theory. They don't know what they're meant to be doing out here. So then I was talking about that, and then my sisters as well. They were just like, "What? What's that?"
But the thing is, though, like, even when you're on the road, you see cars parked, you never see a parking light. No one's using it, so it could be there. No one's using it. No one knows about it.
And it definitely didn't come up in my theory or anything.
It might be a newer thing, or something that like they've reintroduced or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
But also, I think it's not something that you would see often in London because there's not really roads like that.
True.
Because, like I say, it has to be like the rule is you have to put your parking lights on if you're parked on a road that where traffic's going faster than 30 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And in London, roads where traffic goes faster than 30 miles per hour, you're generally not allowed to park on.
No.
So it's like it's not really a
Nowadays they've made all the 30 roads 20 as well. So
that too. Yeah.
there's
so,
no chance you technically need to use it.
Exactly. So yeah, it's minor. What else did I do other than that? Yeah, man, just really chilling. Like just doing what I do with like music and radio and all of those like all of that stuff. But yeah, just normal stuff.
Mixing a couple bangers though. I'm waiting to hear the drops. You know, even hearing a couple things sounding sick.
Yeah, actually, speaking of me and my man right here, Cam, we're dropping something on streaming platforms. Very like, to be fair, it should be there right now as we speak or as you listen to this. So yeah, after you finish listening to this podcast, go search up Yells featuring Phobia. Track is entitled Duo. It's a little vibe that we made in 2016 or 2017, something like that. And then we were like, do you know what? We've had this tune sitting there for time. It's really, really good. Let's get it out there. So we've done that. Yeah, actually, I might see if I play it later as well in this episode, so you lot can get a little taste, you know, that Tiger. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Also, yeah, what else have I been doing this last 2 weeks? Been busting up at all the Will Smith and Chris Rock memes and jokes and stuff. Yeah. Oh man, do you not want to? I mean,
wife's name
out your fucking mouth. Dude, it was a G.I. Jane joke.
Yeah.
My God. Do you not want to talk about? I mean, it's a bit late now, but do you not want to? Let's talk about it.
We have to. There's been so much about it that, and it's still like things are ongoing still. Obviously, yesterday Will Smith backed out from the Oscars or something.
He resigned from being a member of the Academy or something.
Yeah,
that means. So yeah, he can no longer. I think he no longer has a vote because I think every member has like a vote for like some of the Oscar categories and stuff. So he no longer has a vote for that, and I think he can no longer be nominated for things and stuff like that. And, like, I think literally like anything he's involved with just can't be nominated now.
Yeah,
like, or maybe like the overall movie can be nominated and like the director or other actors and actresses, but no matter how well he does in the movie, he will never be nominated for Oscar right now.
Right.
Which is mad, but. Yeah, it happened. But what did you lot think of, like, or talk to me your experience of finding out that this happened? So like for me, this was what was it?
Monday.
Was it Monday?
Yeah, like Sunday in America.
Oh yeah, Sunday evening. So it was Monday morning. So I'm waking up Monday morning. I just checked my phone, my Twitter, and I'm just seeing people. Literally people talking about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, and like, so I'm just seeing tweets about it, and I'm like, I bet that's like the funniest thing of all time, because I'm just thinking it was a joke.
Yeah,
because I'm like, yeah, Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, I'm sure that was like a skit, must have been hilarious because they're two hilarious people.
Yeah,
very, very good at what they do. And then someone posted, oh, here's the unedited clip like from some Japanese stream or something.
Yeah, and
I was like, wait, hold on, what? whoa, because I still thought it was a skit. Even after the slap, I still thought it was a skit. It was only when, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. I was like, oh, okay, Willard is angry. Willard ain't joking around, because the slap even looks like a skit, like a
That's
skit slap.
It looked like it didn't even like connect to him. It looked like he kind of hit his chest. Like yeah.
So like I was like, oh, okay. And then like that was very early. That was only when people in the UK were first starting to see about it. So then that was like before the jokes started flying and stuff.
Yeah,
but it was just very, very early. But talk to me about how you lot saw it, and how what did you lot think at first?
Yeah, so I literally the Monday morning woke up and just checked my phone. I didn't see anything on Twitter or anything. I was literally just went straight to work, and then like check WhatsApp, and I think someone sent the video to our WhatsApp group chat, and I saw the video. I was like, wait, what? Nah, this can't be real. Like, But then it's the way Chris Rock reacts after, like he seemed really discombobulated, kind of.
We're here to give out a documentary.
that for me was what sold it. So, because I was like, the guy is completely lost. Like, he was so unexpected. Like, even that was obviously after the keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. It was after that, but it was still like, it just seemed that he was so thrown by it that it can't be fake, sort of thing. So I was like, this is mad. And I was literally just scrolling through Twitter the whole like morning, pretty much, just seeing what everyone was saying on there, and it's just crazy. I was like, yeah, it's unbelievable. I was probably thinking like, it can't be real. It can't be. And I was like, nah, it's real. It's really real.
Very, very real.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I woke up, I mean, I assume I was pretty late to this because I see a group chat which has like maybe 100+ messages there of people talking about it. I didn't open the group chat because I was like, I don't really care. And then I went on YouTube, and it happened to be in my recommended, and I nearly skipped over it. I was nearly like, I don't really care. I'm not going to watch this video. And then I watched it. I was watching it, and I was like, because obviously Will starts laughing initially.
Yeah.
So I was like, why is he going to slap him? And then it cuts back to Chris, and then you just see Will walk into frame, and I was like, okay. And then he walks up and slaps him. I was like, that slap is weird. What? The way his body moves when he slaps him is so weird to me. I don't know. But yeah, and then obviously there was like just bare people talking about it. Obviously not in Twitter for me because I don't go on Twitter, but WhatsApp GCs, group chats, just going off like 500 messages, and I'm just there just reading it, not commenting because I have an opinion, but no one needs to know about it.
Well, you're on a podcast, my guy. Now's the time.
Obviously, now's the time, innit? Yeah, now's the time, but in a group chat, not for me. And I was just like, yeah, this is long. It's long to talk about, kind of in that setting. Whereas like so many people throwing in their opinions, it's hard to keep track of who's on what side and whatnot and all that. Yeah, but it's interesting. It's an interesting thing. I didn't even know the Oscars were happening.
Apparently they were a mess. Apparently they were big. Like, I saw loads of things going on about it. Like, there were just a lot of things happening. Like, jokes from people. Like Amy Schumer made another joke, and like I think it was her. She about the seat fillers. Like, a lot of people went crazy because she pulled up Kirsten Dunst as a seat filler or something. Yeah. Like, there was just a lot of things that seemed like very messy with how it was going on.
Yeah, I mean, Oscars are done out, man. Who cares about the bloody Oscars? Like, most of these, not even most, all of these like, kind of award shows and stuff are done out, man. So, no one cares about that shit. But yeah, like, obviously I was in some of the same group chats as Cam and obviously you as well, Bez. So I saw like a lot of people talking about it and stuff and just throwing like memes back and forth. But like, the thing for me that was always so funny is that like so many people instantly were like, Will Smith has bottled up all this rage from August and this, that, and the third, and being a butt of jokes for years and years and years. Yeah. It wasn't about Chris. He just wanted to take out his aggression on someone. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I mean, to be fair, you don't know that.
I feel like that's true, but not true. Like I feel like he obviously has all this rage bottled up from because he's been a meme for a long time, like a good few years now. He's been a meme, and I think this was just a straw that broke the camel's back. Like.
I mean, for me, I'm like, that's possible, but we don't know. Like, he just might have been like, nah, Chris, that wasn't it.
Yeah,
so you're gonna have to hold these hands.
You're gonna catch these hands.
You gotta get these hands. But yeah, like I was just like, yeah. So like, it was just so much like. So obviously we're almost a week removed right now, right? Mm-hmm. And there was just since then there's just been so much waffle going on. Like, you see so many like celebrities coming out of the woodwork being like, I'm triggered and traumatized.
It's ridiculous.
And this is reminding me of when my dad used to beat my mum and I can't sleep. I haven't been sleeping. And that, yes, Cam, people were saying that. If you see Cam's face, he's like, what?
What if it was Betty White who'd made that joke? Would you have gone and slapped her? Like, but it wasn't Betty White. It was Chris Rock.
Oh my god, yeah, would he have slapped Betty White? This is the worst act of violence I've ever seen. I'm like, excuse me, it was one slap. Like, where have you been?
Man didn't get knocked out. He didn't go to hospital or anything after the slap.
His legs didn't even buckle.
He barely moved.
He barely moves. Like, so I'm like, people are like, yeah, no, Will Smith has normalized violence. Oh, what do you mean Will Smith has normalized violence? Violence has been normal. Like, violence is not new. Like,
Someone literally tweeted, raise your children to be like Kyle Rittenhouse and not Jaden.
yeah, but he's an idiot. We don't take it seriously. He's
But like they're saying Will Smith normalized violence, and they're saying raise your child like a guy who's shot and murdered people.
Killed two people.
Yeah.
A protest that you didn't need to be at in the first place.
Exactly. But and Will Smith is the one normalizing violence because he slapped a guy and didn't kill him, didn't knock him over, didn't do anything to him.
Bro, he returned quietly back to his seat.
Exactly. He didn't stop him out after slapping him. He just turned around and walked
fixed
off.
his jacket.
Yeah. Walked off.
Back to his seat. Oh man. And then was Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. And
This is the greatest night of all time.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, but what do you think? What do you think of the joke itself? Because for me, I'm like, Chris Rock should have known better than to make that joke. I'm like, it was a terrible, horrible joke in the first place. I don't
think it's even funny. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. From a comedy perspective, it's not a good joke because it's dry. But from a perspective of, you just shouldn't make that joke. Like, I feel like, why would you make, like, I know comedy, boom, boom, boom. Like, the host of the Oscars is meant to roast like the attendees and blah, 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 and all of that. Cool. But like, I'm like, that one just seems like low hanging fruit, and it doesn't need to be like made.
Yeah.
You know, like, even if he didn't know. Sorry, even if he didn't know, and she was just bored because she wanted to be, or whatever. Like, just everything we know about women and their hair, and black women and their hair, especially, like, that's you can. I feel like that's a joke where you could be like, okay, like a woman or a black woman might not take this very well. Yeah. Like other jokes you're seeing flying around, whatever, you can kind of assume that's all in good fun. They're gonna take that well. Everyone's gonna laugh. It's gonna be wrong. But that joke, I'm like, come on, Chris Rock, man.
I feel like Jada, obviously I don't know her personally or anything, but from what I've seen of her and from what I see of her, I feel like she's not someone you're gonna really make a joke with like that anyway. Like, I feel like it could have been any kind of joke, and I feel like she wouldn't have taken it in a great way, if you know what I mean. So I feel like she was the wrong person to even try to pick on. Like, she could have joked about Will, and I'm sure Will would have laughed at it and been fine.
Yeah.
But joking about Jada, it's like, I feel like she would have taken it offensively regardless of what was said.
Jada, by the way.
Jada, same thing. Where's Jada Pinkett?
No, Jada Pinkett.
Whatever. Same thing.
What did you think,
of
the joke itself? Yeah,
no, I mean, watching it, I didn't think it was funny at all. I maybe chuckled at the fact that Will was laughing and then Jada wasn't at all. But like, the actual joke, I was like, well, whatever. I obviously initially I didn't even understand why Will slapped him, because I was like, I didn't know she had alopecia or whatever. But I was like, no, not a good joke, not funny. I didn't find it funny. I mean, even if it was directed at anyone else, I probably would have been like, nah, that's not a good joke. It's not a good joke. Yeah.
Do you think he had it coming? Like,
what, on the slap?
The slap, yeah.
What do you mean by that? Like,
do you think Will was okay? Was it okay for Will to slap him?
Bro, some more comedians need to get slapped.
I don't think you're wrong in that comment, to be honest. Like,
nah, to be fair, actually, I've seen comedians wilding. Some more comedians need to be slapped. I wouldn't say. No, I would say Like, I was saying my position on the day. I was like, on everything, just the clip itself.
Yeah.
So taking out everything else, because like a lot of the people I was talking to wanted to bring in August, they wanted to bring in this, that, the other thing. Mm-hmm. I'm like, just looking at this clip of Chris Rock saying a joke, Jada Pinkett reacting how she reacted, and then Will slapping him. I understand
perfectly fine.
Perfectly, I understand that sequence of events.
Yeah,
perfectly makes sense to me. I see why it happened.
I feel like even Chris Rock understood.
Oh, he definitely understood,
because you could tell by there's a video of him after. He looked really like distraught. So dejected, I think it was obviously he's been embarrassed on TV by being slapped, but I also think he realised that what he said was that bad, sort of thing. That's why he hasn't pressed charge or anything, because he realised, as a comedian, I feel like when you make a joke about someone, you don't have a right to then decide how they react, sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, people are, oh, it's comedy, like, this is what comedy is, blah, blah, blah. Like, comedians should get, like, I'm like, no. I'm sorry, like, if comedians are gonna, like, okay, if you're gonna be a comedian, you have to know that there can be repercussions coming your way, and like you gotta be able to deal with that. And if you're not prepared for certain kind of repercussions, then you better make sure that your set is a certain way.
Exactly.
Like, because I'm like I don't see how, just taking even the G.I. Jane joke out of it, I'm just saying, like, from a hypothetical point of view, I don't see how you could run joke about people sitting in the front row and then just have in your head that there's not a chance that anything could happen about that. I'm like, no, like, to me, logically, like, if I was a comedian and I was there and I was like cussing out people in the front row, like, yeah, I'll do it. But if they want to come up and like say something to me or harm me or whatever because of what I've been saying about them, like, you have to understand that. Like, you probably won't like it, but you have to like understand. Right? Yeah, I was just chatting shit to you. So yes, of course, you're gonna wanna like to handle that situation. Yeah. But so yeah, that was my perspective on the whole thing. Like, so I'm like, yeah, man, I ain't got a problem with one little slap. Yeah. Like, there's no real drama. What about you? What were you thinking?
Same as you, really. I'm thinking, like, yeah, if as a comedian, I feel like you have to be ready for, if you're going to say for someone to maybe not come up and slap you, but they might verbally abuse you or something, and like, yeah, they're gonna do something back, sort of thing. So, because people have insecurities about anything that you could touch on, and then it does not, like, always remember Night Professor when Dave Chappelle was on the stage and then started cussing Sherman, yeah. And obviously there been a point where he didn't do anything, but he got upset, and then Buddy came on the stage, and
I remember that was a good scene.
So it's like, I think as a comedian, you kind of gotta be aware of what you're saying and your surroundings. And you should, in the front row, like, if you're on the street and you see a man and woman and you go and cuss the wife, the man could turn around and slap you.
And this is what was so weird to me. People acted like it's the maddest thing. I'm like, yo, if that exchange happens anywhere, like, I'm like, I can see that exact pattern happening anywhere. If that exact exchange happens, like, person A walks up, I'm like, makes a joke about man's wife in a restaurant or in, I don't know, just anywhere, like in the music, they're at art gallery or something. Man's like, G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. And then the man just claps him for it. Like, maybe it's an overreaction or whatever, but I can see it happening. And I'm like, this is not like a surprise and shocking. No. In fact, I tweeted, right, the other day, I tweeted, like, when it was all going down, I was like, this was probably the most normal thing I've seen celebrities do in a while. Yeah. Like, that, and I guess other people don't follow my logic, but that sequence of events makes perfect sense to me. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's a normal thing.
Like, such a normal thing. But what was I going to ask? What do you think about? Because a lot of people were saying, but it was the Oscars. It was the Oscars.
It's his wife. It's his wife.
Thank you. So many people are like, oh my God, nah, you do not go on stage at the Oscars. Yeah, you have to be classy. I mean, fuck, you're classy, man. Nah, man, I don't care. If you're going to make a classless joke, because that's kind of a classless joke. If you're going to make a classless joke, then let's be classless.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't matter where it is. If you want to make a joke, then I'm going to give my response.
Yeah, I hear people saying, he should have, at the after party, he should have pulled him aside and had a word or whatever. I mean, he could have done that. Could have.
That's too late.
What?
The moment's passed.
You want him to spend the whole time just there thinking about it, just stewing in that joke, being mad. That's long. You know, he just goes up on stage, slaps it one time, says keep his wife's name out of his mouth, and then he's done. That's it. Everyone moves on eventually.
And that's the thing. That's what I would think is so funny, is because, like, yeah, he shouted out as well, but he really wasn't trying to, like, disturb the show. Like, in terms of
like, you think, like, he walks up, slaps him, and promptly walks away. Like, he doesn't wait for any kind of response from Chris. No. He walks up, slaps him, straight away turns around and walks back to his seat. Like, he wasn't trying to hold up proceedings or anything.
No, not at all. And then it was only because Chris said Will Smith smacked the shit out of me. That made him then basically say, you know, keep my wife's name out of your mouth. Yeah. Which is why I smacked the shit out of you. So it was just like, yeah, he slapped him, explained why. I was like, no, let's move on. And it was like, obviously it was a very intense moment, and Lupita's face was killing me.
she's like,
yeah, she's like, oh, what's going on here? And then like the pictures that came out afterwards of everyone else's reaction, and like The Rock.
that's fake though.
Is it?
Yeah, the fact check said like it's from 2000 and well, you know when they said they announced Moonlight as the winner of the Oscar or something,
Oh,
and
instead of La La Land.
Yeah. Well,
Or
they announced La La Land as the winner.
They announced La La Land as winner. It was meant to be Moonlight.
Yeah, apparently the pictures from that reaction sort of thing.
I was about to say, because The Rock just looked mildly concerned. It was quite funny.
His cousin, in it, Chris Rock, The Rock, cousins there.
But there was a picture of Beyonce and Jay-Z there though, and Beyonce was just like cheesing. she was
smiling. She's looking over
yeah, she was having a great time.
And Jay-Z's having flashbacks.
looked concerned. Jay-Z was having Solange flashbacks.
Yeah.
I was like, Solange, chill. in the elevator, getting backed up. But yeah, like I'm like, yeah, so it's one of them ones, man. I'm like, I definitely think we absolutely need to move on now. And I know obviously we're talking about it, but I feel like absolutely it needs to. It was one slap for a kind of mundane reason. He was someone said something about his wife. He went and defended his wife as far as he's concerned. Let's move on. Will Smith has resigned from the Academy. Like Chris Rock says he's still processing the entire thing, which fair enough. I feel like he's gonna, when he does his tour, I think you said he was touring in May, innit, right?
Yeah, in London. So he's done his tour. He's doing a tour in America at the moment. So he had everyone. I think everyone was queuing up for his show the other day, and they asked questions, and he was kind of like, "Is this what this whole tour is going to be about?" Sort of thing. Like,
yeah.
It doesn't really say what his jokes were, but they mentioned some stuff said about it.
I feel like he will say some stuff about it, like on his tour.
He has to. That's all anyone's gonna want to hear now.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. Like, it won't be his whole set, but I feel like there'll be a portion of his set where he probably talks about it. And it will be interesting to me how funny that portion is.
Yeah.
Like, I hope. I mean, it probably is. I feel like Chris Rock is probably. Actually, I don't know. I'm thinking like whether he has like a Netflix deal or something, because I know Tambourine was on it on Netflix.
I think he does.
So I'm thinking, it'll be interesting to watch that and see how funny it is, because I feel like, Chris Rock is one of those comedians where he could fully do like, or kind of like a Dave Chappelle, where it's just like, let's just get serious for a second. Mm-hmm. Just like talk about this thing, and it will have like some light jokes here and there, but it won't be like hilarious.
Yeah.
But also Chris Rock is a very, very good comedian, so it could just be like he just doesn't take it like seriously at all.
Yeah.
And he goes that full, like when Cat Williams got jumped by the kids.
Yeah.
And then he was talking about that afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
That was the most hilarious thing ever, because he made that so funny. He just took the piss out of himself.
Yeah.
Because he knew he knew everyone was laughing at him,
mm-hmm.
and he was like, all right, I'm gonna at least capitalize on that.
Yeah.
And the jokes just write themselves, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think they've made this quite a serious thing now. So I don't know if he should just make a light of it and make a joke of it. And so that's how people just move on. But the way they've blown out of proportion.
Did you see RDC World's video on it?
Yeah.
Imagine if he's like that. He's like, do you know what? No, next time I see Will, it's on site. And I come with like the Black Air Forces energy.
Oh my god.
It's like, oh, Will, I'm looking for you. I'm coming for you.
When I see you, it's over.
He said he would take anyone. Any Smith. He's like, where's Jaden?
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, that video was hilarious. They were quick as well with it. Like Munyo was too slow on this one. He took like the whole day.
It took him more than a whole day. He only dropped that like 2 days ago.
Was it? Oh yeah, that's true actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it took him a while, but he wasn't prepared.
He wasn't here. He's on holiday or something as well.
Yeah. So he had like terrible Wi-Fi. He was saying.
Yeah.
So we'll let him off. He deserves a break anyway. He's been giving us too much.
Been quick with them.
Yeah. He's been rapping with it. He deserves a break. Well, all right, so I think the last thing on this then, what did you lot think about all the celebrities? I don't know how many of the celebrities you saw talk about it, Cam, but loads of celebrities came out and they were just giving their opinion on it. Like Lakeith Stanfield was my guy, because he was just like, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was essentially, real shit happens to real people every day. Like,
yeah.
You know that clip from, I can't remember what show it is. where the guy shot, and it's like, yeah, niggas get shot every day.
You tough, right? The
yeah,
wire.
that one. Yeah. Oh yeah. You tough, right? Niggas get shot every day. That was Lakeith Stanfield's kind of song.
Yeah.
People get slapped, man.
Yeah, exactly.
So I felt that, but then obviously you had people like Amy Schumer, who was I'm triggered and traumatized, like bare white women, triggered and traumatized. I haven't been sleeping right. You had
that annoys me so much because like it shouldn't affect anyone this big. Like
Chris Rock.
The only person that has the right to say I'm triggered and traumatized is Chris Rock and Jada Pinkett. If she wants to say I felt so embarrassed, she has every right to do that. And if Chris Rock wants to then turn around and also say I felt so embarrassed after I got slapped, he has the right to do that. And those are the only two I want to hear that kind of talk from. Anyone else, shut up, blood.
Literally, like, I don't get it. I don't get how you can have a serious emotional reaction or like, I don't know, man. Like, to seeing someone else get slapped who has no relation to you, like, why are you making a big deal out of it?
Because comedians are now in a press group, and like, I feel like anytime I do my comedy show, I might get slapped now.
So you wasn't worried about that before? Like,
what? This isn't new. Like, anyone could have come up and slapped you at any point in your career. Like,
that was another tweet I saw. Someone basically tweeted. He said, "I feel like this has made me realize that a lot of people have been living their lives thinking there's not a scenario in which they can get slapped.
Yeah.
And I just wouldn't recommend living like that." And I'm like, no, for real. Like, that is not how you should live your life. If you feel like you're incapable of being slapped by someone because, we're all mature adults, this, that, the third, like, that's not how you should
got
be living.
that, was it anime plot, like superhero plot armor sort of thing. You just think you're immune to anything.
Yeah. I feel like, nah. And this is how, and that's why Twitter's so wild, I guess, as well. Because people just be on there saying all kinds of stuff because they just feel like there's no...
You're a safe space. Like, people can say what you want. No one's going to say anything about it. They'll get cussed on there, but no one's going to physically harm you because they don't know who you are.
Yeah. But I'm like, nah, bro. If you're going mad on Twitter and I see you, then...
Don't be as shocked if I come up and slap you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, you can't be surprised by that after you're talking mad.
And now you're triggered and traumatized.
But yeah, so you had like Amy Schumer saying triggered, traumatized. You had like Jim Carrey came out. What did he say? He was saying, everyone was spineless and cowards and this, that, and the third for not kicking Will Smith out and for giving him a standing ovation when he made his speech afterwards. And then people were like, receipts. So they were like, Jim, but wasn't it you that was forced your tongue down this like 19-year-old woman's throat at the Oscars? like when you were like 30 something.
Yeah.
And like people got him the hell out of there. Then Zendaya came out and said whatever she said. I don't even know what she said. Not Zendaya, sorry.
What's her name?
The one Batman.
Lisa Bonet's daughter, Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm confusing them. But she came out and said whatever she said about how basically, it should have never happened, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
People were like, receipts. When you calling Jaden the love of your life and he was 16 and you were 29.
She's not that much older than him.
I think she is.
For real?
Jaden's like younger than you, right?
I'm pretty sure he's like my age or 1 year younger than me.
And she's like in her 30s. She's older than me.
I guess she looks younger than she is, I guess.
Yeah, no, she's like she's in her 30s. I think she's at least 10 years older than him, at least. Okay. And she was like, she did an interview where talking about, when I'm hanging out with Jaden when he was 14, and she's like, I have to remind myself that he's 14 years old. And I'm like, whoa.
You can't say that. Like, you have to, like, what? Oh man, people. I don't know. You could. If you're gonna have those thoughts, whatever. Don't say it on freaking in an interview, but also just don't have those thoughts.
I think she said something as well that was like, he's I'm gonna wait for him, sort of thing. Like, obviously he was 14 and she's like, I'm gonna wait for you, sort of thing. And it's like, that's grooming.
Absolutely grooming. That's gross. So yeah, they were like, let's get her out of here. And then like just other people as well. I'm trying to think, like the what's her name from Charmed?
Holly Marie Combs.
That's it, Holly Marie Combs. They cleared her as well. I don't even know what she did, but they were just not having
I just saw people saying that she was the ugliest sister in Charmed. I didn't see anything like bad about her coming out. I just thought it was Piper.
Was it Piper?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was Prue.
Nah, Prue's Shannon Doherty.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So they just cleared her for no reason. Who else? And there was just loads of people that were just like
Anthony Anderson. I don't know if Anthony Anderson said anything, but he's been drawn in as well. Apparently he was.
I just went do rag.
Yeah.
No, not that was Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
So yeah, see that so much has happened with so many people.
Yeah, as well. Spider-Man was wearing a do-rag. Yeah, so they were trying to bring him out as well.
It looked nasty. It was a nasty.
I didn't even see
picture,
the photo. I was looking for it. I couldn't find it.
Bruv, it was a nasty picture. I'm like, never put a do-rag on your head again. Wow, it looked disgusting. But yeah, like literally any celebrity that said anything against Will, like people were on them because. Yeah, people were like, just because people were like, this is being blown way out of proportion. So even like at first, you had like the discourse between as in ordinary people. You had people like debating whether Will should have done it. But then when all the celebrities started coming out and started being so over dramatic, like Will's normalized violence, triggered, traumatized, haven't slept in days, like all of these kind of things, people were like, you lot are taking the piss now. So like if you say something ridiculous, we're just gonna draw you out. Like whether even though I might believe that Will shouldn't have done it or whatever, your hyperbole is pissing me off. So we got to get you out of here because you're, and then we're going to remind you of the times when like, yeah, you've either been an abuser or your mate's an abuser or whatever. Because yeah, people are like Jim Carrey, you've been a terrorist for your entire career. Apparently he's been like people
behind the scenes.
No one wants to work with him because he's abusive.
Yeah. I saw that. I don't get like, because basically Harvey Weinstein, for example, he's won many Oscars and they haven't we've taken one off him. Yeah, I think they were saying there was someone else who was a like convicted paedophile and he won an Oscar after being convicted of the paedophile.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but
I saw that as well. And it's like, so they all say all this smoke for Will for slapping the guy for cussing his wife, but then
take his Oscar.
Exactly, these lot who have paedophile islands and convicted pedophiles and rapists, abusers, all sorts, and
no one's calling for their
not anything being said about them at all. Like nothing. Absolutely. They just arrested. What's the guy again? The one from House of Cards as well. Him, Kevin Spacey. Yeah, him. He had like a whole madness happen from him. He's not. No one's taking any awards of him. But Will slaps a guy for cussing his wife and beat him into the ground. He's had a hard time. Like let him catch his Oscar and go. Like
he does it. I haven't seen the movie, but it's about time Will Smith got an Oscar.
Yeah, exactly. He's done.
So, and I assume he performed very well.
I'm going to watch it. I want to see it. I'm curious. I wanted to watch it before, but yeah, now I'm even more curious to watch it because obviously it's good.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I'm like, nah, give Will Smith his flowers. Obviously, hold tight. Samuel L. Jackson as well. He got.
I didn't even know he won an Oscar. Like, and Denzel Washington presented it to him, innit? And
yeah, that was beautiful, man. I saw the clip of that as well, and that was very beautiful to see, man.
I loved. You see how Sam Jackson was dapping up Will Smith after the slap. I rated that. Yeah, boy.
I heard people saying people were making like I saw some people talking about. No. It was on the Marlon Rory podcast. I can't remember which one of them it was, but they were saying, I feel like no one fucks with Chris Rock in Hollywood because he was like, the way everyone went over to Will, like,
comforting him after,
people were like, Denzel was calming him down and Sam L. Jackson dapped him up or whatever.
Even like Bradley Cooper was there talking to him for ages or something.
Yeah, and Chris Rock was just like on a stage, like just looking around,
looking like deer in headlights.
And so he was like, I feel like nobody in Hollywood really fucks with Chris Rock like that. I mean, that's dread, but
it's deep, but
it could be true, but I don't know. I'm not in Hollywood, but but boy, I think one thing I will say though, and I don't think I mentioned it before, Chris Rock did a documentary called Good Hair, and the documentary was about black women and the traumas and struggles and strife that they go through in society to do with their hair. And I'm just like, and he did it because he has a daughter. And he wanted to kind of understand better what she might go through. He did this ages ago, like a good 10 years ago, maybe more. And I'm just like, as a person who does that documentary, I feel like you shouldn't do that joke.
Read the room. Like, watch a documentary and then think about what this person's going to think by you cussing their hair.
What you're saying here. Like, I feel like, you should have that knowledge. But did you see about 2016? When when like the Oscar
Academy
thing was
Awards
going on, Yeah, so that Oscars and the Academy was.
Oh, okay, the same thing. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, so when Jada and Will and that were boycotting that, he did the joke about how Jada wasn't invited.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, people were like, maybe Will been wanting to catch him from then.
There was a comment that someone said in like 2016, it was like, Will needs to slap Chris Rock for his comments there, and then they just quoted it like, whoop, like sort of thing.
Yeah, because that time it was stupid. That was a stupid joke as well, because they were boycotting because the Oscars were not being diverse enough.
Yeah, something to do with the blackness of it. And obviously Chris Rock still posted it, whatever.
A lot of black actors felt like they deserved nominate. They did well in movies that year, and they felt like their movies deserved to be nominated. They deserved to be nominated for their contributions, but none of them were really nominated.
Yeah.
So there was. I remember that year there was a big boycott. There, loads of black actors, actresses.
But I think like wasn't like Jada and Will like kind of leading it, or like Jada was playing a big part in it, sort of, because she was meant.
Because I can't remember what movie it was that Will was in that year. But
2016.
He smashed it. I can't remember what movie it was, but he absolutely bodied it. You know how Will, he has a good movie, then he has a terrible movie.
Yeah. And
I think this was right after a really, really good movie of his that he did.
Yeah.
And and it didn't get nominated for anything. And
wasn't 2016 when he would have been in like that weird one on Netflix? Was that 2016? Bright. That's it. Yeah. I feel like that was around that sort of time.
Maybe, but I don't know.
That might be the stinker before or after.
Yeah, really before or after.
Yeah. Suicide Squad 2016, or was Suicide Squad 2016 or after that?
I think that was around the same time as well. That's probably like 2017 Suicide Squad, or 2017, 2018 sort of time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, because like, I'm trying to think what kind of movies
actually.
You don't?
No, I think the only thing I've seen in like the past maybe 5-6 years is Suicide Squad.
Okay.
Or probably further back than that.
Yeah, because I think Bad Boys 3 was more recent as well.
It was Concussion.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, NFL documentary sort of one.
Yeah. So so that's why. So that's why they were boycotting that year, because of diversity. And then here you are, Chris Rock. It's kind of like, you know, when like unions strike and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you have the one guy that goes into work anyway, kind of thing. That's what Chris Rock...
I haven't got a problem.
Yeah, literally. That's what Chris Rock was doing from the perspective of being a black man. And then to be the one guy that goes into work to then run jokes on the people who aren't coming to work because they're trying to fight for something better.
Yeah.
Like, that's, like what my man said, like, he should have slapped him for that.
Yeah.
And apparently, privately, Will and Chris had a conversation where Will told Chris not to make any more jokes about Jada around that time, around 2016 time, after that joke.
Yeah.
Apparently they had a private, well, this isn't confirmed, but I've seen a couple articles saying that that they had a private conversation after that joke, and Will said, don't make any more jokes about Jada.
Okay, well then, if that's the case, then Chris Rock definitely had it come in.
And then that's why it was one article that I read in particular, and they were saying that probably explains where Chris goes, that was a nice one, because he's saying, it was a joke about Jada, but it wasn't.
I could have got. He did say, he's like, oh, I could, but he didn't really, because he stopped himself, because I think he probably had loads more flying through his head. It's like, I could really go in here, but let me not, sort of thing.
Like G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it in August.
You know all about being in August, hey Jada? Or Jada, August in
August in you. Yeah. Oh man.
You have to leave though. I'm sure like a slap isn't enough. You have to just leave the room.
Nah, just rushing.
Both of them just going pot smoke. In Golden Wind, Jojo, where they just beat out the guy at the restaurant. Yeah.
He's an enemy statue. I just stomp him out. Yeah. But boy, yeah. And then the other celebrity that I liked their response, it was you lot's boy, the Harry Potter brother, Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm bored. Yeah, I am bored. This is pretty much how he said it. He's like, I'm bored of everyone's opinions.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just really, everyone's just bored
bored of everyone's opinion over it. No, I just don't want to hear about
Yeah,
it.
just want to move on.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna add my opinion because I'm bored. I was like, yes, my guy.
See, this is Harry Potter now.
Nah.
Snoop Dogg kind of said the same thing, like, because they was interviewing him after, and he was saying how he went to the Oscar after party, and he was like, I feel like a fan, because I've watched these movies with these people, and now meeting them is so cool. And then they're like, oh, what do you think of the Oscars? He's like, don't really got anything to say about it. Like,
Yeah.
not really got a comment.
Man, Snoop Dogg slaps a few people, understand? Definitely, Snoop Dogg has definitely slapped some people.
I feel like Snoop Dogg slapped many people in his time, and he probably was a pimp at some point. That slapped women. Like, he slapped all sorts of people. Like,
yeah, slapped some people you probably should have.
yeah, exactly.
Yeesh. But yeah.
Pimp and stroke.
Oh man, but yeah, I think that's a nice place to kind of put a pin in this and never talk about it ever again.
Just run jokes about it. Have you seen the SpongeBob thing they did? But like, so they just they had Will and Chris Rock's kind of back and forth, but they had a SpongeBob scene doing over it. So like, SpongeBob standing at the top of the stage, like, wow, dude, really? And the guys in the back like, keep my wife's name. It's so funny. Some of the memes I've seen from it are just crazy.
Yeah, some of the memes have been jokes. I saw one where they made like, Chris Rock flop.
That was hilarious.
That was so like, obviously in real life he just ate that so like a champ.
Yeah.
But like literally they edited it. I don't know how. Like,
It's
people
mad,
have these
isn't
skills. They edited it so that he went flying. But not like, it wasn't like like how like sometimes you'll see like someone edit it and they go flying, like, but they'll go like flying out of
Off the
space,
screen.
like this is way off the screen. It wasn't that. They made him literally within the confines of the room. He like
Boom. Like, I feel like he actually did collapse. Like,
yeah,
real.
it looked like it would have been a real kind of like, it was way over the top, but it looked kind of like something that could real happen. Like, it wasn't one of them ones.
Yeah.
Slap, and he flies out the room and then out like the country and then out the world and then into the moon. Like, it wasn't that deep. It was just like boom. And I saw one where they had it edited as Will as Oscar and
that was,
Chris as the zebra from Madagascar. Just like, so funny.
Yeah, I saw that one as well. They had some good ones. I saw a Wii Sports one where he did the slap and then they kind of had like, great Sarah sort of thing, and just slapped him out the screen, but then they had little me of Will Smith like and then a little pose sort of thing, which is quite funny as well.
Yeah, man, it's jokes, but and then just it was just what a time to be alive. I keep saying it. What a time to be alive, man. But boy, I think like I say, I think we can put a pin in it there and never speak about it again, because absolutely, we've heard enough about it and we have just contributed to it, but we do not intend to contribute to it further.
We've got our 2 cents out now.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get into another song. This one's going to be the new Lethal Bizzle, track entitled Practice Hours. So let's get into this, man. We'll be back.
Yo. Hey, Kenny. I had to draw for the A-rest for this one. I thought you knew that we were top squeezers. Go shopping and me roll with the visas. Buy the whole shop, got it like Jesus. Start doing anything just to please us. B22s, not feelers. Yo! All my brothers are diligent for the money, man, move militant. Give me that. Chasing 100 M's, not on that, get rid of them. Small boy ting. I ain't signing a record deal, cause right now, man, ain't fit of them. Indie ting. See a ting with African back, try no man, it's winning them. Chill with the big boys. Man wanna talk about houses, they wanna talk about ounces. Different convo. Man wanna talk about land, they wanna chill on the couches. Lazy bozo. Man wanna get this bread, they wanna chill with the mouses. We don't tolerate disrespect, you'll be on BBC announcements. I'm a protector, pump injector, order the new whip, not a Vectra. Tell my young G, given the green light, you be headed home in a stretcher. What, you never knew, this is my zone. I eat MCs, Hannibal Lecter, nipple erector. I'm a director, not a deflector, money collector. Pow, yeah, I'm Lee for the B. Pow, one of the greatest tunes. Pow, you know what that does to rooms. Pow, that boy like P.
And welcome back. That was Lethal B, Practice Hours. Definitely go check that out. Shout out to Lethal B. I think this year he was tweeting about how this year marks like his 20th year in music. I think so. He's saying he basically started his career in 2002, which is sick. Yeah, so shout out to Lethal B each and every time. Proper UK legend, man, undoubtedly. But yeah, we thought we'd come back and we'd talk about something. We were discussing a tweet that we saw earlier, and we thought we'd save this discussion for you guys because we have conflicting opinions on this, and I think Cam and Bez, as usual, are just wrong, but but we'll talk about it, we'll see. So the tweet in question was basically was a poll that asked, do you lie to people on nights out? And it was 68% in favor of yes, most people lie to strangers on nights out. And Cam and Bez, what do you think about that?
I was shocked that it's such a like a big people portion, because I think there's quite a lot of votes on it as well, and they were saying that they will lie to people, but I personally don't lie to people on nights out. Cam, do you?
No, I don't lie to people either, and I don't really see a reason to. Like, I don't see what you gain.
To be fair though, Cam, I don't feel like you talk to people either, like in terms of strangers and stuff.
I guess, but I'm saying if I did, I don't think I would lie to them. Like, if they ask me a question, I'm just gonna say whatever the answer is.
I mean, okay, fair enough. Me, I lie straight up and down, bro. I'm lying. Like,
why though? What's your?
Because, all right, some questions I'm like, I don't want to give you the actual answer to this. Like, I just feel like you don't need to know this answer. Like, yeah, because I don't know.
You James Bond?
Yes, I am. So, like, I don't know you from Adam, so you don't need to actually, like, when people are like, oh, what do you like do for a living? I'm like, you don't actually need to know what I do for a living. Like, we're never going to talk again beyond right now, so you don't actually need to know what I do for a living. So, no. So, I don't, obviously, it's just awkward or it's long to be like, oh, and to say that to someone, like, no, you don't need to know what I do for a living. So, it's just like, yeah, just say something else. It's so easy to just say something else.
But what if you do talk to them again after that point?
Well, why would you?
Why wouldn't you? It could be a girl whose number you get at the end of the night, and then you chat to her again the next day.
If I'm lying to her, it's because I'm not talking to her again the next day.
But how do you know that?
What do you mean, how do I know that?
So
I know I'm not going to talk to her the next day.
Okay, fair enough. You see something like that, I'm definitely not talking to you. Like, what if the person's fun?
What if the person's fun?
Yeah, you don't know within the first second of meeting them.
Yeah, but you know what your intentions are. So if your intentions are not to talk to them again, then it doesn't matter. And I'm like, yeah. So, like, and anyway, like, if it ever gets to that situation or whatever, then yeah, it's awkward, and you're gonna have to figure out how to get to the truth. But 9 times out of 10, or 99 times out of 100, you ain't gonna talk to them again. Or if you do, you're not going to be talking to them again for any length of time, probably. So who cares?
I mean, I don't know. I would just tell the truth, because if you are going to talk to them again or not, you might as well tell. Like, there's no
point, man.
There's no reason to just lie to them, because, like, it's not like you're not James Bond, you're not a secret agent or anything that you're gonna. If you tell them it's a matter of national security, so you're like.
I mean, I could do that. That could be a joke. Just be like, it's a matter. I can't tell you that.
You could do that. I mean, again, but it's still lying though, isn't it? Because it's not a matter of national security.
But yeah, no, I'll lie about anything. Like, ask me what my job is. Like, I don't do like elaborate lies. Like, if you ask me what my job is, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm a world-class surgeon. Like, I'm not gonna do that. But like, I think one time I told someone, oh yeah, no, I just work in Holland & Barrett's. And I don't know.
That's so much more effort than telling them the truth. Because now, if they ask any follow-up questions, what are you gonna do?
I know Holland & Barrett's well enough to. I know, like, working retail is not that dramatic. Like, to yeah, it's not that dramatic.
It's not like a vitamin connoisseur. You know, I really. Which one do you think's better, the vitamin brand of
bro?
The Blue
when you
Tree?
work retail, you don't know nothing, bro. Like
in Holland & Barrett, they know their stuff.
Some people.
Generally, when I go Holland & Barrett,
you have to know the products that you're selling.
You're barely selling them.
But if you think about how, like, you've been in a Holland & Barrett, that's a pretty intimate store. Like, when you're in there, the people who are working there, they're just there. Like, they're not like, it's not like it's like
Primark or something.
Yeah, where it's like bare of them, and then they're all just behind the till, and you're walking around doing what you're doing.
Yes, like, but what I'm saying is, right. The people I've spoken to people in Holland & Barrett's, because yes, I have been there, and they don't generally know anything about anything necessarily mad. More like a couple people seem to have a passion for kind of like health foods and stuff like that, so they have. But a couple people are just like, this is just a job, bro. Like, I just need peas, man.
I feel like genuinely when you go Holland & Barrett, it's normally like people who they know this their stuff, like, because obviously, as Cam was saying, it's a very intimate store. You walk in there, and if you're looking for a second, they go over to you. Oh, can I help you with anything? And then you'll be like, oh yeah, I'm just looking for. Oh, I normally take this vitamin, but I'm like, I can't see it. Oh no, it's over here. This one, what's it for? This one's quite good for it. This one's quite good for it. They're normally quite. Yeah.
Okay. So yes, there's that, but also. Nah, man, you could. I feel like if I met someone that said they worked in Holland & Barrett's, and then I said, "Oh, tell me like this vitamin, this vitamin." Why would you, first of all? But if I did that, and they said, I don't know.
You're not gonna question.
I wouldn't question it. I wouldn't question it. I would be like, it's just a job.
Yeah.
Like my actual job, which I'm not gonna tell everyone on this podcast, but my actual job. I work for a particular type of company, and I don't know anything about what the company does because it's just a job, really.
But you know what you're doing, and like
I know what I'm doing. Obviously, I know what I'm doing. But if someone asks me about what I'm doing in
Holland &
Barrett's
financial thing.
No, but I'm saying is if someone asks me about what I do in Holland & Barrett's, I'd be like, I organise the shelves. I'm not gonna go and be like, oh yeah, no, I learn about all the different vitamins, because I don't think you would need to do that in order to work in Holland & Barrett's. I think you would just need to be a good customer service agent, and being a good customer service
because I feel like Holland & Barrett, like it's like similar to Body Shop as well. These kind of shops, they're ones where the people who work there, they help you, because like Body Shop, they used to do. I think
Body Shop is definitely a different scenario.
I feel like Holland & Barrett's similar to it in a way that the people will help you kind of get the right stuff. Because I literally was in there last time, and the woman was telling the woman in Holland & Barrett details about herself, like
because she chose to.
No,
Holland & Barrett's is not a pharmacy.
I know, but no, this is what I'm saying. She was telling her details about herself. Obviously, she chose to, but this is because she's asking for her advice on what products she should get to help about these intimate details. I feel
like that if that woman in Holland & Barrett's had said, sorry bro, I actually don't know, it would be fine, because I don't see why you'd be expected. I think you have to have a general kind of knowledge of the products, but I don't think you need to be able to literally be able to diagnose someone and give them a prescription for something or whatever in Holland & Barrett's.
No, it wouldn't be a prescription, but you can say like, this would help, sort of. I feel like that's kind of what they do, because it's such a small store that I feel like it's not. But
they've had so many products in there as well. That's what I'm saying. So I feel like how could you have an intimate knowledge, especially like, how could you have an intimate knowledge of all these things?
Because the shop's tiny, and like there's not that.
There's bare different products in there though.
It's
literally food, vitamins, protein supplements, like vegan stuff, like toothpaste, like there's so much in there. Like I'm like, how do you can't possibly know all about all of it.
It's all like under categories, like, so like vitamins, like there's all the different types of vitamin supplements, which you have to I guess it's kind of, if you want to go into each individual brand of stuff as well, which one's better brand wise, that's a lot. But just knowing the vitamins and stuff, and what like vitamin D is good for, vitamin A is good for, or like vegan stuff is better than this sort of thing, or what vegan supplements instead of this, like, so if you want calcium, then you can take this vegan supplement to get calcium instead of milk, sort of thing. Like, but that's not that. You don't have to be like a doctor or anything to know all that sort of stuff.
No, but I'm saying I don't feel that's a prerequisite for working at Holland & Barrett's.
Nah, it's not.
And also, to answer your question, Cam, like you say, I have shopped in Holland & Barrett's. I probably can get by, again, just waffling through like whatever questions someone wants to say to me about Holland & Barrett's.
My point is that that's so much more effort.
But I don't want them to know what I actually do, because who the hell are you?
What is going to come of it? What negative thing is going to come of it, of them knowing what you do?
I will be uncomfortable.
Okay.
Why would you be uncomfortable?
Because I don't like telling people my business. Like, just as a general rule, I do not like telling people my business, especially strangers. I don't like them knowing my business.
But why is it that deep?
It is, because it is that deep.
Why though?
Because people are weird as well. Like, have you never had like a situation where you're out and you're talking to a stranger, and then they go away and then they come back with like their friend? They'll be like, oh yeah, this is so and so, and he does this. And I'm like, why are you telling this next person my business again? Like, no, I don't want that. Like,
but so again,
I would rather you. Yeah, I'd rather you come back.
He works at Holland & Barrett. He needs
and say, oh yeah, I'd rather he comes back and say, oh yeah, like this is so and so and he works in Holland Barracks, because I'm like that's not true, and it's waffle and whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather you be spreading this wrong image of me than my actual like real life. I don't want everyone knowing my business, because the thing is, strangers ask intrusive questions sometimes as well.
Yeah.
So I will lie.
But you don't need to lie though. You can just not answer it if it's that, like, because I don't feel like you don't ask anyone that, like, oh, what's your body? I have people do ask what's your body count, or what's your what's your STI history.
That's a question that gets asked on a night out.
But it's like I feel like I've never been asked that on a night out, to be fair. But like it's stuff that you don't have to lie. You can say I'm not going to tell you that. Like
no, but that's not the kind of question I'm talking about.
Intrusive questions.
But I'm talking like literally like so. It's literally like,
how old are you? You'll be like, oh, I'm 32.
No,
like,
I'm not gonna lie about that.
I'm pretty sure I've heard you like about your age before.
Age?
Yeah.
Possibly. Possibly. But I've heard you lie about your age as well. Many a time, actually, thinking about it.
Have you?
Yeah. You definitely have. I remember you were talking to a woman and you thought she was older, but you weren't sure how old. So I remember you said that you were 27 or 28. This is when we were like 24. And you said you were 27 or 28 because you thought she might be about 26. So you wanted to be older than her. I vividly remember that happening. Vividly remember that happening because you wanted to be older than her.
But that lie serves a purpose.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I'm lying because I'm private. And this guy's lying to finesse.
I didn't remember this. So.
That definitely happened. It wasn't like I say, that's not like, I don't care. That's not no big drama to me. But yeah, I definitely remember you being like, yeah, no, I feel like she's older than me, so I'm gonna say that I'm older than I am, so I could be older than her because women want older guys, kind of thing.
I don't remember that. But
would you do that today if you met a woman and you thought she was 30, 31? Would you be like, yeah, I'm 32, 33? No?
Nah. I feel like I've like hesitated to say my age before when I think a girl's older, but I can't remember saying that I'm older sort of thing. Like, 'cause, yeah, we'd be like, how old are you? Wow.
Yeah.
23. Like,
how old do you think I am?
Yeah.
And then let them guess, and they'll be like, yeah, I'm that.
Yeah, close enough sort of thing. Like, how old are you? Then some of them, they might intrude and keep pushing with it, but I feel like, it's not that deep. I wouldn't say how, like,
nothing is that deep, but I'm saying that the lie's not that deep either.
No, it's not.
Like, it's not like, yeah.
That's why I feel like it's unnecessary, because it's not that deep. Like, it's such a like simple lie that is like.
But also sometimes it's entertaining. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes like the conversation like would be dry if I told the truth, and it's just like more.
That makes sense, to be fair.
Because like. I did actually, when I said I work in Holland Barracks, we did actually have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
She was like, it wasn't tell me every product, list every product in Holland Barracks, what vitamins you let sell was good.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh no, how do you find that? Like, and I'm like, oh, it's retail, can be boring because the shop can be quite quiet.
But if you said what your actual job is, the same thing can happen from that. Oh, how do you find that? And then, oh, it's this, it's that.
But I don't want to talk about my actual job. Like this one, like I don't want to talk about my actual job. Like I almost never want to talk about my actual. I don't want to even do my actual job. So like I definitely don't want to be talking about it in my free time. I'd rather make up a story. I feel like it's more entertaining for me to make up something.
Yeah, you're a DJ, man. You should just be telling them that. Like I'm a DJ. No,
that's annoying.
Why?
Because people have so many preconceptions of like DJs and stuff that it just becomes jarring. And like people, and then also people start acting funny as well. Like, yeah, it's just telling people you're a DJ is just is cringe. They're gonna make me cringe at some point in that conversation because they're gonna say something annoying. Like, so I very, very rarely do that. Okay. Like, I think I'm more likely to. I do say sometimes that I produce music, and like I'll do say that, and then like when people ask me what genre. I'm like, I'm not gonna say like. I just say, oh,
reggaeton.
Absolutely not. I just say, oh, like dance music, whatever kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't go into any real detail on that or whatever. But I'm like, yeah, it's just a lot more. Yeah, it's a lot more entertaining, I think, and there's a lot more than just being like truthful about it. Especially when you like, it's always. If I think that this person is someone that I might talk to again or I might see again, I will tell them the truth.
Yeah.
Because if we're gonna build a relationship, then obviously it has to be built on the truth. But I've honestly, if I have no plans of ever talking to this person again, I might tell the truth, or I might tell a little white lie that don't hurt nobody. Like, like why not? Why not?
Until you tell someone, yeah, you're working hard, like, oh my god, me too, and then they
Working
think we're
what?
Holland and Barrett, and they say me too, and then you're there. Now you're Holland and Barrett buddies, and then she finds out you don't work Holland and Barrett, and she's like, oh, was my friend from Holland and Barrett? Like,
I'd be like
the deception.
Be like, oh no, sorry, yeah, no, I handed in my resignation letter yesterday. So it's still quite fresh, but yeah, no, I don't work there no more.
So you're unemployed.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I feel I don't know. I feel like it's a.
I feel that's what I'm saying though. I feel like Cam like doesn't necessarily talk to strangers that much on like, when he's out. On the rare occasion that he's out. I feel like he doesn't really like interact with too many strangers to begin with.
Yeah.
And I feel like I wouldn't say I've heard you other than that age thing. I don't think I've seen you like or heard you lie about anything.
Yeah, they think I'll say my name's Bez, and instead of saying my actual name because people just don't hear it, and it's just long.
I will lie about my name too.
Ethan.
I got called out for that once because my friend fumbled. My friend fumbled the illusion.
What happened?
So yeah, I told someone my name was Ethan, and then he was doing too much. That was the problem. He was doing too much. It was a girl. And I wasn't really all that interested in her. I wasn't trying to like get her number or Instagram or anything like that. But we were talking and we were having a good night. And he went to her and he gave her my Instagram.
Oh, okay.
And then she went on my Instagram. My Instagram has my government on it.
Yeah.
And she was like, why did you tell me your name was Ethan when your Instagram says this? And I was like, how the hell you get my Instagram? And yeah, so I was like, oh, Ethan's my middle name. And because of what my actual name is, I was like, yeah, I just tell people that it's Ethan because it's just easier. And I'm like, yeah, no, but Ethan's just my middle name.
Yeah.
And she accepted that. I was like, yeah, calm. But
so you get caught in a lie. Like, you can't get caught telling the truth.
You can't get caught telling the truth, but also it would have been awkward. Oh, my name's
yeah.
What? Huh? And then she's butchering it for the rest of the night.
That is one thing that's actually very jarring. Where like, I don't lie about my name, but I just shorten it because it's easier.
Yeah. And you lot have names. Well, you can shorten your names to Cam, so that's fine because everyone can say Cam. Everyone knows what Cam is. Him, he shortens his name to Bez. Is a bit. That's. I
still get Des. Fez?
It's like, nah, but you'll get oh, that's weird. And again, obviously yells comes from my government as a shorter thing. Yeah. But again, I feel like people will be like, oh, that's like a funny name.
Yeah.
Was that a nickname?
What's it
why you give me a nickname? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, let me just give them a name that they're going to be familiar with.
People have asked me that before as well. They're like, what's your full name? I'm like, that is my full name. My full name's Cam. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I hear it. See, that's a lie though.
That's a lie
right there.
Little white lie.
Right? That wasn't like a stranger. That was to a customer. Like, so that's a different situation, I think.
I don't think so. That's exactly the same thing.
They're lying to customers.
That's probably even worse. You shouldn't be lying to customers. How dare you, sir?
I was like tell them the truth.
I'm lying to a customer because my thing, the reason why I say it's different is because this is my job. If you're out at a club, that's a social situation.
It's not anybody in the club that I'm there to socialize with, bruv. I'm here to socialize with my peoples. And if I meet some cool people, then we can socialize too. But if I meet some people that aren't necessarily cool but are okay to kind of talk to, then we'll talk. But I ain't giving you all my DLs, you know what I'm saying? I'll give you little piece of truth, little piece of lies. Like we'll keep the relationship at that level, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I absolutely 1,000,000% lie at work to my colleagues. 1,000%. What did you do over this weekend? Nothing. Knowing full well that I was out doing a madness or not even doing a madness, like, or maybe I did something, I went bowling or something, but I was just like, nah, nothing, I was just chilling at home. Like, absolutely, I do that work.
But when that, like, so when that, you have that, obviously you might have like a Monday morning catch up or something, do you find like it ends up being just awkward? Because like, obviously, what did you do this weekend? Just nothing. and then it's just kind of just silence.
So
awkward silence, just looking at each other.
So I would say, I was just chilling, probably like chilling, watch some TV, did some chores. I'll just do that kind of vibe. Like, it was like it relaxed. It was like I'll expand on the nothing. I won't just say, nothing, boom. But I'll be like, it was a calm one. You know, I was relaxed. I enjoyed it. You had some me time, that sort of thing. And then I'll be like, what about you? What did you do?
Okay.
But versus what I actually probably did over the weekend.
The roof
is on fire.
But work colleagues you'll see them again, so they could possibly bring that conversation back up, like in terms of like what you're doing. So in terms of what you actually done, I can understand not telling them because they might come with some next conversation that you don't want to talk about. But if it's a stranger in a club who never see them again, who cares if they know what you do? They're not going to come back to you.
But my point, that's what I'm saying. My point is that if they're not going to come back to you, then it doesn't matter whether they know the truth or not. But also, there is the possibility that they come back to you within that night. Like I was literally just saying it before about when they bring another friend and this is my friend, because that happens. Like I've had like so many situations where you talk to someone and then they go off and do their thing and you go off and you do your thing, and then like as the night goes on you circle back around and you see them again and they're with someone else and they start introducing you and listing off everything you just said to them. And like, excuse me, don't do that.
I feel like that depends though. Like if maybe as if like for example, if you said, I'm an actor or I'm a rapper or something, then maybe they might be like, this is Yels, he's a rapper, or this Ethan, he's a famous rapper.
Nah, they would do
they
that.
They do
anyway.
it even a Holland Barrett kind of role, sort of like.
Yeah, no, because like literally when people are drunk as well, because this is obviously this is the type of situation we talk about. Like people just start talking, innit? Like they don't think. So like, this is Yels. I was talking to him earlier. Like he was telling me about how he worked in Holland Barrett, and like especially like there's a lot of like really really extroverted people that you meet on nights out and stuff, and they will do that. They will literally just do it. Like, and they're not like trying to show you off or anything per se, but they're just trying to catch the other person up to the level of the relationship or whatever, so they can know the background or whatever that's happened. And I'm like, nah, man, because I'm like at more time is someone that I don't even want to know, or someone that doesn't even want to know me. Like, you know them ones where like you're talking to a girl, for example, and you bump into her again and she's with a dude, and then she's telling the dude about you and the dude don't want to hear nothing about you, and you don't want to talk to the dude anyway. Like, but here she is spilling your entire business.
That's true. That's annoying.
And I would rather that be fake nonsense than actual real life stuff.
But I feel like that's just annoying, whether it's real life stuff or even nonsense. It's gonna be like, this is just jarring.
It is. It definitely is. But I just know I prefer that. Like for me. And also, like I say, I think one of the top reasons is because it's entertaining. It is absolutely entertaining. I feel like you lot have been entertained by my lies even.
I mean, because they're always funny. Like I'm always laughing because when I hear you say, my name's Ethan, I'm just like, now obviously I'm used to it, but at first I'm like,
what's going on?
Ethan? Like, who?
I chose that name as well because I thought I'm like, I don't look like an Ethan, so I think it's just the most ridiculous thing. Like, so I was like, that works.
That's why it's so funny, because like Ethan, you hit an Ethan, you picture some like dorky white dude. And then, like, Ethan, like, excuse me, like, you are not Ethan. You're not Ethan. Like, I feel like a lot of people who give fake names on like nights out sort of thing. Like, because that's what, like, obviously Malik, he's when he comes out to him, he'll tell people his name's Joaquin. I'm like, Joaquin, like, where'd you get that from? Like, where'd you get that from?
Man, Joaquin, because that's the vibe he's going for. So
it's just very funny, because that's like, the lies can be entertaining because they're just, when they're outrageous, it's just so funny that it's like, this is. Because as you know the person and you're hearing the lies, you're like, if I'm there talking to someone and you're there talking to someone, and I'm going to be distracted because I'm going to be hearing it in this ear what you're saying, and I'm going to just be like, he's waffling out of his ass right now.
But that's why it's entertaining to me, man. I'm fully like, man, like, and I'm like, I feel like if I found out, right, if I had a conversation with someone, I found out they were lying to me on a night out and on a stranger, I don't think I would ever be offended by that. Would either of you? Do you think you would be? Do you think you would be upset?
Not genuinely. I would take the piss and be like, oh my god, how could you like that? Like sort of thing. But I wouldn't genuinely be offended by it. I would be like, why would you even lie? That doesn't make that's weird. But at the same time, no, it wouldn't be like offensive. But I feel like there's not really much that people can do that's going to offend me on a night out sort of thing.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's fine, man. It's so, like, for me, it's so harmless.
I feel like some people will get offended by it though. Some people probably take it to heart.
I don't think so, man. I don't think so. If we're all there having a good time, like, it's all good.
It's like,
if they're trying to make friends, they come to the club trying to make friends, and then they meet you, they talk to you, and they find out that everything that you said to them was a lie. And they're trying to actually be your friend, and they're taking this.
Ethan's actually a really cool dude.
They're putting all this information into their mind box, saying, "Oh, this is Ethan. He works in Holland & Barrett's," and then they find out this is all a lie, and then now they're hurt.
That's so dramatic.
You're
like,
a
I feel
big phony.
a big fat phony. But no, I don't think, especially not at these big ages, that people are legitimately looking to try and make long-term friends on a night out like that. Like, do you, Bez? I'm seeing the wheels turning.
I'm like, I don't know.
Long-term, like an actual friend, like
maybe not like.
I feel like, at least for me, whenever I meet people on night out, again, 99 times out of 100, the extent that it's just friend for while we're here right now, like, and that's it.
I don't know. I feel like some people go out. Obviously, like we spoke about this before, people go out on their own and stuff, and I feel like some people go out to make friends and to meet people and stuff. Yeah, and I feel like you wouldn't go out if you're going out on your own to meet people and stuff. I don't know, unless you're trying to like go and pull a girl or whatever. Yeah, I don't think you'd go out and try and meet people to just, I met this person this night and then never speak again. You might want to then meet up again next. Like,
no, but Bez, how many times have you gone out and spoken to people and like never spoken to them?
Of course, yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying.
In terms of like, when you think about it, in terms of the amount of people that you speak to versus the amount of people whose phone numbers, Facebooks, Instagrams, whatever that you actually like keep at the end of the night. And then versus the amount of people that you actually contact after taking their phone number, Facebook, Instagram, like there's a big gap.
But I feel like when we go out, we don't really meet people who are just like out. Like most people we meet, I feel like are out to party. They're out like for the same reason we're out, to go out with their friends, out to have a good time and then go home. Like that's what I feel like the people we meet, they're on the same kind of vibe. Like
exactly.
We're not. I feel like if we were meeting people, if we were seeing people and speaking to people who they're out on their own, who are you here with? Oh, no, I'm just here.
But we don't go, and that's the thing as well. We don't go to those type of places though. Yeah. If we were lit, that kind of happens at more reserved kind of bars and stuff. Yeah. It's not gonna be we go to places where there's blaring loud music. You're not like if you're trying to make like proper friends, that's not where you're gonna go. You might go down to a pub, or you might go down to a bar where it's a lot more of a chill vibe. Yeah. Like where sure there's music playing and maybe people might be dancing and mingling and stuff, but it's not gonna be like proper like blaring loud like where we go. Like man. Even last night, somehow I tricked some women into thinking I could dance.
You was leading them. You was doing bits. You was going in. I was like Usher in the rain.
Oh my day. But that we didn't tell them we could dance, Cam, or I didn't tell them I could dance. It was a situation where I was just dancing. It was like a random Amapiano tune. Never heard it before. But you know, like how people dance Amapiano, they've got so much like groove and stuff, and it's like I could never even imagine to get to that level. So what I was just doing is I was figuring out the rhythm of the track, and I kind of did like my own kind of quick choreography to it. And then these two women came over and they were like, "Oh my god, teach us this dance." And then for like until they went home, they just kept like hanging around and copying any like dance moves we were doing and stuff.
All of you. Or you two?
Yeah,
so it was us two, and then wherever there's girls, there's thirsty dudes. So a bunch of thirsty dudes came over. So it grew into like a little bit of group of people copying me and Bez. Like,
just trying to get the girls, basically.
So the girls were there to copy us, and then the guys were there they were like, "Oh yeah, this is so funny. We're copying these guys," but they're just trying to hang around the girls.
The girls are coming to the guys because they're doing this. So let's us do this too, and then try kind of scoot over to the girls sort of thing. But then we had the girl after at the end come and tell us we gave her life all night. Like she was watching from a distance. Yeah, she was. But she was.
That was so funny, man. She was there with her older boyfriend. Yeah, and she was saying, "I wish I left him at home," because she wanted to come over and join in. but she couldn't.
Saying you were going in, you didn't trick them into teaching you dance. Even like she was there watching and was still like, I want to be dancing with this guy, like going in.
Yeah. But I mean, so I'm just like, yeah, and I'm like, but my point was, at the end of that night, them girls or them women or whatever you want to call them, they just left.
Yeah,
that was it.
They just bounced. Yeah,
they just bounced, and I feel like that's how most situations just end. You just say bye. I feel it's so good to meet you, and then that's it.
I feel like those two guys who was like kind of dancing around us as well. I feel like if they didn't get thrown out, I feel like they would have tried to hang around with us for a lot longer and maybe even tried to.
We would never have spoken to them ever again in life. Like sure.
They may have tried like, oh, what's your IG? Let's meet up again, sort of. Because that's the guy saying, the younger one was saying he's like, he's new to this game, even though he's been out for 2 years. He's new to the game, so he's like trying to take lessons and trying to take notes and all this sort of thing. So I was like. So yeah, he could have been like, oh yeah, well let's head out again. Do you come around to Watford the law? Like, wow, let's chill together, sort of like. Sorry,
they look like father and son. That's jokes. So like, we're watching something on the TV. We're watching wrestling on TV because it's happening live, and Triple H and a guy named Tommaso Ciampa, they're both bald guys with like beards with like grey in it, and it's just so funny because Triple H is like maybe 4 or 5 inches taller, so he's making Ciampa look like little mini me at the moment. It's quite funny, but sorry, Veg, you were saying?
Yeah, I was just saying that, they're like, I feel like they might have been like, oh yeah, what's your IG? Like, let's do you come out here quite a lot? Like, we could meet up next time or something.
But my point is, Bez, would that have happened? Yes or no?
No, but
there we go.
No, but that's on our side.
Yeah, like they meet a different group of people, then maybe they do meet up again afterwards. Like you're saying, it wouldn't happen, but if they propose that to someone else, they might say, "Yeah, let's do that."
But we're only talking about us, though. And I mean, it doesn't really matter what someone else is doing. If we're talking about me,
no, but we're talking about people going out to make friends and stuff, aren't we? Like what I was saying, we don't go out to make friends because we just go out to, I was saying, people like us who go out just to have, you go out with your friends, you go out to have fun, but then people do go out to make friends or end up making friends. Like,
I mean, I've definitely made friends on a night out that I've like kept in the younger days and whatnot.
Yeah. But
I'm just saying, like, I feel like the majority of the time that's not what happens.
Yeah, because I feel like it can happen, but I feel like we're as I said,
no, I feel like it definitely can happen. I'm not saying it can happen, but I'm saying percentage wise, even amongst people who go out to make friends, I feel like it doesn't happen. I feel like mad people go out to make friends.
I don't know. I feel like it's quite easy.
Then they don't.
It's quite easy to go out and make friends if you really wanted to.
No, it's not. There's no way you could say that to me right now. Like an actual friend that you will see again.
I mean, people that you can speak to after and stuff, like because at the end of the day, if you went out and the 2 girls who were dancing with us for ages, if you got her Instagram or number or whatever,
she would never speak to me again.
No, but for all you know, she might. Like, you can message her the next day, she replies, and then you're talking now, let's say for a week, and then you meet up again next week. Like it's like that. Like that can happen quite easily.
I'm saying, all right, so
not friends, because I feel like friends is a lot deeper than that.
Yeah.
And you need to them for a lot longer. But
what I'm saying is, of course it's possible, and of course it does happen. I'm just saying the percentage of people that you meet on a night out versus the percentage of time that you will actually interact with someone after meeting them on a night out. There's a big gap between like which one. And I'm saying that even amongst people who are more actively trying to make friends, like, because you see people who are out trying to make friends, and they'll be talking to a lot of people. And maybe at the end of the night, they have one person that they will speak to again. But they've spent the night talking to 25 people who they will never speak to again.
Because it's the whole, like, what the other person... Because obviously, if one person's trying to make a friend, but the other person's not, like...
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. So I think most people have that mentality of, like... Yeah, unless I think the only thing is the date and attraction thing. Like, that's... No one's trying to make a new friend, like... If you see someone that you find sexy or is like intriguing to you in that kind of way, then you might hang on to them. But in terms of just a bog standard, just your platonic friend, no one gives a damn about that.
Like, I remember more time. Like sometimes, like when
and I'm generalizing. But I'm saying
I know
more
what you mean.
times,
I know what
yeah.
you mean. But I'm saying like yesterday, for example, like the lesbian, the young Ma girl. I'll be friends with her. She seemed cool. Like
You didn't even speak to her.
I didn't, but she seemed cool. Like, but then when we went to Watford before, we met like a lesbian girl. We go then she's like she was a gym like girl sort of thing.
Yeah.
Spoke to her and that. I haven't spoken to her again. I didn't get her any details of her or anything. But like that's I could be friends with her. Like I'm.
So all you're telling me right now is that the two people that you say you could have been friends with that you saw on a night out, you're not talking to, or you didn't. You didn't talk to at all.
Yeah.
And the other you spoke to, and then didn't get the information or anything.
Nah.
So you're proving my point, bro.
No, because I'm not someone who goes out to make friends with these people. That's what I'm saying to you. Whereas someone who is, so if I was someone like that, I could have.
I'm saying that person doesn't exist.
Of
Not
course
that
they
they don't
exist.
exist, but I'm saying there's not many people like that.
I think there's a lot of people like that out there. I reckon there's a lot more than you probably think.
I don't think so, and especially not in the places that we're talking about. I think they're elsewhere. I truly don't think.
I don't know. I think it just depends on, because I feel like if you're going with a crowd of people, it's unlikely you're gonna really interact that much with people who are just you're not.
But that's what I'm saying. Why I don't understand the idea of. I can't imagine many people leave their house with their group of friends to go and find a new friend.
Yeah.
Like, what for?
No, yeah, that's something. But I feel like if you're someone who, for example, like two people go out, like me and you went out yesterday. Obviously, we didn't go out to go and make friends.
Yeah.
But in that case, I feel like people could do that. Oh, let's go out and we can go and meet some people. Like
To keep though, like for example, I feel like me and you, we will go out and we will mingle and get mixy.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do. But it would never be with the intention of keeping any of these people around. So I'm saying I truly do not think. So I'm sure some people do, but I truly don't think people are going out there to make a friend to keep, like to actually have a friend that I'm talking to them tomorrow and the day after and the day after, and I'm going to see them again in 2 weeks time or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I don't think people are doing that. Some people maybe, but I don't think it's a high enough percentage of people that are doing that to the point where it's likely that you're going to speak to someone that's going to be crushed because, oh my God, I thought we were going to be friends for life. Like,
okay, that's maybe not friends for life, but I mean just like kind of just like you're not best friends, but you're what's the word, compatriots. You speak here and there, you know each other, you might meet up once or twice, but it's not like you're not best friends or anything. You're not out every weekend with each other. It's just kind of pally. It's not best buddies, but kind of you gotta still build a sort of a friendship, like acquaintanceship.
For the most part, the only thing I can say, it's kind of like that uni thing of where when you go to like the same club or the same party, like, and then you just keep bumping into the same people, and then they become like people that you
acquaintances.
interact, like you probably don't talk to them at any other point, but because you've been in the same building like so many times, and like you probably like, I see you, who's my G or whatever, like like you do that, and I'm like, okay, I see that happening, but again, I don't think they would that person would care if they found out, oh my God, you don't actually work in Holland & Barrett. Like,
they might though. They might be like, wow, I thought I knew this person. His name's not even Ethan. Like, what the hell?
Oh man, Ethan. I guess you could say Ethan's like a nickname for me now, man.
It is.
You can make a nickname. That's what I'm saying. You can make and you can make a nickname anything you want, really.
No one you know calls you Ethan though.
I might have to start calling you Ethan.
No one I currently know calls you.
If you said that someone you know calls you Ethan, why are you still talking to them? If they don't even know your real name. No, but you were thinking about it, so that means that at some point you were speaking to someone more than just on a night out, and they still called you Ethan.
Yeah, it wasn't for long though, because I was like, no, because for the reason you said, I was like, no, I'm not doing it. But the thing is, I'm just like, I would, if someone messaged me or whatever, I will reply. But then, like I say, I didn't have any intention of like taking that any further than where it was. So yeah, obviously it fizzled out quite quickly. But
that thing as well, I don't get that.
What?
If they message you, you'll reply, even if you don't think this is a person that you will talk to.
I think it's
long period of time.
I think it's rude not to reply. if someone messages you, hi, how are you? I think that is
common courtesy to just
I think that's
response.
very rude to not reply
your
to.
friend, then, if that's not your friend, then you don't. I don't think it'll be rude. They can take it as rude, but who cares? You're never gonna see them again.
Jeez, you don't need to give your.
You start lying to people in night time.
This is what I'm saying. So like, I feel like Cam is like, you're lying to people, like you're not a nice person. But I feel like that's even worse.
I didn't say he wasn't a nice person. I said I don't get why, and I don't see the reason why. That's all I said.
Okay, but I just think it's common courtesy to respond to someone. I wouldn't prolong the and this is what I'm saying. I don't prolong the conversation. Like, hi, how are you doing? I'm well, thanks. How are you? They respond, and if they just respond, I'm well as well, thanks. I'm not responding. That's it, because I'm not prolonging the conversation. But yeah, I think it's quite cold and rude to ignore. Like if someone messages you, to ignore that, just any message. I'm gonna respond to it, and I'll engage in the conversation as long as the conversation is like flowing or whatever. But I'm not gonna be pushing the conversation forward. Like if they let the conversation drop, I will let the conversation die. Like, yeah, and that's different to how I would treat someone who I maybe want to talk to. I would probably be more like proactive in keeping that conversation going. Why are you laughing?
Just I just find it quite funny. Just that Cam just like, I'm just airing. He's like
double blue tick, man. Oh man.
Nah, I wouldn't even do that. I probably would, if I see that there's a message there from the person, I probably wouldn't open it, because
even worse.
It's not worse. It's not worse.
Nah, leaving someone delivered, I thought it was worse than even on read.
No.
I think because the person's seen it.
No, yeah, sure, but no, but you don't know for sure.
At least give me the respect to open my message.
No, because there's I have people from school who have my number and who have messaged me over the years, and I've seen the message, but I've not opened it and responded to it because they're not someone I talk to anymore.
Yeah,
because what's the point when neither of us are going to gain anything from this?
Damn, this is how you treat people you grew up with. Flipping hell, mate.
Do you not get curious though as what this person wants?
Not at all.
Fam, obviously you lot both know that time I was talking to that person.
Yeah.
That I'd never really spoken to ever before in life. But
I love the vagueness of you trying to telling us a story that obviously we all know inside joke sort of thing.
Yeah.
But like the vagueness of that story, that person I was talking to who I tried not to talk to, but it's just so funny.
Yeah, but yeah, I engaged in that conversation because I was mad curious about where this was going, and then obviously I got told off for it. But
You got told off for it?
Yeah, do you remember?
No.
You don't. You know who I'm talking about, right?
I think I know who you're talking about.
And then I said, "Did you want anything?" And
yeah.
the response was not. It's not a good one.
I mean, if you're gonna talk to them, that's the correct response. Well, what is it you want? Why are you messaging me? What's going on?
It's so.
And
blunt.
I agree. No, but I agree with you. I feel like after you exchange the pleasantries, it's like, okay, was there a point to this, or like was? And it turned out it was just to say hello. But
I don't have time for that. I don't do small talk. I don't do pleasantries this long, and it's way more. It's not necessary. Like if you're my friend, get to the point, and we'll move forward. If you just say, hey, hi, how are you? I'm not responding because I don't really care.
No, and then you all the way to the hill, and I'll be so curious, as to what the person wants.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Oh, did you want anything? Like girls did, but I would just wait for the
for it to
for the punchline. Yeah.
But the reason why I said, did you want anything, is because there was nothing else coming. Like the conversation was literally it was oh hey, how are you? I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Good, thanks.
I was like, so glad to hear you're well. I'm good as well. And so I read that, and I was like, I don't have anything more to say. Like, you came to me, so I don't actually, and I don't know why you would be messaging me. and we've never actually spoken before, so it's not like I can bring up anything else that we're talking about. So I don't actually have anything to say. So like I'm giving you the floor, the opportunity to tell me what it was that you wanted. Turns out they didn't want anything. They just wanted to have
check how you were.
exchange some pleasantries. And to be fair, yeah. So and I'm like, okay, it was a bit of a waste of time, but you know.
You found out what the person wanted.
Yeah,
like,
and to be fair, and
curiosity.
it's quite nice. It was quite nice of them to
check
on my well-being. But yeah, man, I think that's where I stand. Man. I don't feel like lying is like a big deal, and I don't tell personally. I don't tell any grand lies. Like it's literally not like I'm a supermodel actually.
Yeah.
Or like nothing crazy. It's just like I don't particularly want you to know intimate details of my life. If you ask me where I work, I'm not going to tell you because I don't want you to know that. If you ask me sometimes what my name is, I won't tell you because that's just going to be awkward because you're not going to be able to pronounce it and you're going to piss me off. So I have generally, when I lie, I have a reason for why I'm doing it. So and sometimes it's just entertaining.
It can be entertaining to listen to because it's just you just know you're just gassing,
just waffling. And sometimes it's like I'm making this up as I'm going along, so it's like I'm flying by the seat of my pants to like try and make this like a coherent thing. And I think it's more interesting to do that than to be like, oh yeah, I'm a supermodel, like I live half my life in LA. Like if they believe that, then they're just like not a very serious person. But I'm like, I find it quite interesting to tell something that is believable, but also very like something that's believable, but also very not me.
Yeah,
like. So I would never work in Holland & Barrett's, like just because if I was going to do retail, I'd want to work at a retail store that's at least a little bit busier than that because I feel like that would just be so dry.
Yeah.
So I would never probably apply to work retail in Holland & Barrett's. I would never probably apply to work retail at all at this point in my life, but regardless, I would definitely not do it in Holland & Barrett's. But I think it was quite interesting to say that and have it be believable as...
But the person doesn't know you, so you can say anything, and
I know, but it's entertaining to me because I'm saying something knowing full well that
this isn't me.
This isn't me.
You're like Holland & Barrett, but this person's like, okay, yeah, cool,
yeah. But also, I'm being myself. I'm being my personality. Like outside of what I'm telling you, like the conversation we're having is, I'm not faking my personality.
Yeah.
Like if like they ask me a question about what I'm doing, fine, and then we move on, and then we're laughing and joking about something else. Will be like that will be me laughing and joking about what we're laughing and joking about. So yeah, they're getting to know me.
You don't pretend to have Tourette's or anything like that in any conversation.
Oh my! Why would you do that?
I think I saw a tweet that said something like someone did that in like the smoking area of a club. They were just pretending to have Tourette's, so they were just talking to person and just throwing out insults, not to the person, but just like swear words and stuff throughout the conversation. That's
strange.
These are the kind of lies that people do, and I thought
that's a bit odd.
This is what people do.
That's literally pretending to have a disease. That's a bit weird.
But that's what people.
Or not a disease. That's a disorder.
It's a disorder, yeah. But this is the kind of things people lie about, which is, I think, it's just it's strange. That's why I think just tell the truth, because it's unnecessary to lie.
Look at this good-hearted person. I said, man's out here doing Mr. Clean-hearted.
I don't mind. I haven't got anything to like that. I don't mind telling people. So I'll just I tell you, like, there's not that if you go and tell someone, oh, he works for this company, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I do. It's not. I'm not gonna like be like, why would you tell someone else that? Like, nah, they know my business too. It's just like, it's not. I wouldn't think anything of it. I was drunk at the time as well, so I'm not really thinking about who you're telling and stuff. But it's more when if other people lie about, like, because I've definitely had people, like, other people say something about me when this is a lie, and I'm like, why would you even tell this person this? Like, oh yeah, he's related to Drake. Obviously, that's not one, but that might be like something that someone would say, and I'd be like,
I've told mad people you're married.
There you go. I remember that actually. Yeah, I remember this. This was a thing that was going on for a while, wasn't it?
It was funny. It was so funny. They never believed me though. That's why I kept doing it, because I wanted someone to believe me, and they never did. Never, not once.
I think you definitely had people. I think they had people who haven't quite believed it, but I've also had the thought like, wait, maybe he is married, because I've had people like, are you married? I'm like, no, of course I'm not married. They're like, but you're married. I'm like, no, I'm not married. And I'm like, they'll say it a few times, sort of thing.
Yeah. But you are married though, like more or less. I've seen you get married a couple times.
Married to myself.
Married to the game.
Married to myself.
Married to the game. But yeah, man, I guess we'll never agree. It sounds like we've got 3 different perspectives though, because I don't think you two are quite on the same page. Like I feel.
With the lying thing, I think we are on the same page.
Yeah, I'd say we're on the same page with the lying thing.
Nah, you're not. I think there's a little bit of discontent. I feel like your reasons for saying it are a bit different. Like, so he's saying that you're basically saying, you were saying, oh, they might find out.
No, I said the reason why I don't think, or the reason why I wouldn't lie is because I don't see a reason to, and the reason why I don't think other people should lie is because I don't see a reason why you should lie. Just tell the truth, because what's the reason to not lie? What do you mean to not tell the truth?
Okay, and I've told you some reasons, and my reason's not valid.
I think your name is a valid reason, but I disagree with the name you've chosen. I feel like just shortening your name is enough. If they don't get that, then just don't talk to them anymore. Leave it alone.
I generally try not to introduce myself to people anyway. Like, so the only time I'll give out a name is if they give me their name first. But generally, I very, very rarely will be like, hey, my name's da-da-da-da. Like, so yeah, very rarely. And usually it's a split decision as well. I'm like, do I say my actual name? Do I say yours? Or do I say Ethan?
Yeah, I definitely haven't heard you say Ethan in quite a while, I feel like.
Because I haven't really been introducing myself to people. So, like, and to be fair, I don't think I would at this point.
Yeah.
I think I'm beyond that. But at the time, like, why not?
That was your name to everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just so much easier. But yeah, anyway, let's put a pin in this and let's get on to the good old fashioned what are we watching. Right now we're watching NXT Stand and Deliver. That's literally on the TV right now. But other than that, what are you guys watching? Well, Bez, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. I've been watching Yu-Gi-Oh! GX still, getting through that, which is
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Good show.
Wrong one.
Wrong one. Yeah, let's get your game on. Yeah, I like it. It's still tugging on my nostalgic value. It's good. And I've also been watching the Marvel movies again, like rewatching from in chronological order. Kind of been watching them. So I'm on Guardians of the Galaxy 2 now. Watched through the first like 8 or 9 movies, I think it is.
Yeah.
And yeah,
chronological, like in the order in
like
the universe.
Time, yeah, universe order. So like Captain America, Winter Soldier's the first one, then Captain Marvel sort of thing, and yeah, then after I think that's literally it. There's not really been anything. Yeah, I think that's it. Other than just like Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan, the weekly shows that are coming out.
Are you watching the Entertainment District arc then?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? How's it going?
It's
Garbage.
It's okay. It's like.
Have you been watching it as well?
No.
Okay.
It's okay. It's got moments like where they're sick, and the animation is obviously sick, as Demon Slayer is got sick animation. But yeah, it's okay. It's not amazing, but the final fight, from what I've heard, and apparently it's amazing, is like crazy. So I'm waiting to get to that. But yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
I'm waiting for it to kind of finish.
Yeah.
But
you know what has finished now? Bel-Air. So you should watch season 1 of that.
I've been seeing people talking about it, and it is so weird. Like, because the character names, you just already have like feeling. I already have feelings associated with these character names, and I already have like attachments to these characters. Like, I saw a tweet today about Bel-Air. And it was something about jazz. I was like, oh no, don't do something jazz. Da, da, da. And I was like, why would jazz be doing that in the first place? Like, because I would be all over Bel-Air if it was inspired by the Fresh Prince, and they changed the names and they made it a whole nother thing. But the fact that like it's all Will, Carter, and Hillary, da, 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 jazz, boom, 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 Ashley. Like I'm like, no, man. I've already
But it like
I've already been through
is
this.
inspired by Fresh Prince.
I know it is, but I'm saying
But the character is the same.
It needed to be more detached.
Yeah.
It needs to be more detached because it's gonna skew how I feel about the original.
Nah, it won't. It shouldn't. I've watched it and it hasn't skewed my because they're very
Oh,
different.
actually, sorry. Let me reword that. The original is going to skew my perception of the thing because I've already got an understanding of these characters.
Yeah.
That they are, as far as I can tell, breaking quite heavily, like away from, or maybe not breaking
not heavily, like bits and pieces, yeah. But I'd say like.
I ain't gonna lie, Hillary cooking is a bit mad.
Hillary's like not stupid and stuff like that, which obviously is completely different.
Complete break.
Is
she still spoiled? I mean, from the fact that she was cooking, it sounds not. But
it's not as spoiled as like, Dad, I need $100. Dad, I need for what? I need a new hat. So she's not like that, but she's still. They're very wealthy and stuff, and she's now moved out of the house and like, well, she did move out to live in like an influencer house because she's an Instagram influencer.
God. Okay. So no pool house, no.
She was living in the pool house initially.
Okay.
But then moved out to live in an Instagram house. Yeah, like they are very different from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but it's like they're still similar in ways. So it's like that's why I say they are detached, but not detached at the same time. Like they made Jazz and Hillary kind of be an item sort of thing. Which is something which Jazz obviously wanted to happen in the original, but it never happen. Yeah, but they've kind of been having moments and stuff.
See, that's egregious in my book because that's something that the entire show told us that Hillary and Jazz never gonna happen.
Yeah,
like they had their moments. Like Hillary grew fond of Jazz, like as a friend, or as a friend of her cousin that she was around a lot. She didn't just want him. She wasn't repulsed by him like she was at the start. Yeah, so she grew quite fond of him and like accepted him as a person. And they had some sweet moments. I remember there was one moment. There was one episode where something happens to Hillary and she's very upset and Jazz comforts her. Yeah, and she appreciates it. I can't remember what it was exactly that happens, but I remember that. And I remember that. And I remember that, and that was really like a real moment of like you knew the progression of how they and like as they finally got to a point where Hillary's like, okay, yeah, like I appreciate it. And then Jazz tried it, and then she was like, still no. Yeah. so that's what, and I feel like if you're gonna do the thing, that's what that should be.
But it's not the same show. It's like similar. It's a similar show, but different.
But why use the character names then? That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna do, I'm
similar but different.
That's Nah, man. Because if this was like an anime into a live action and they were doing that, you wouldn't be this sure about it. Because
that's it would just be generally crap. If it was
that's
good,
what happens.
Then but it like what like I'm trying to think if there's any good. There's not any good live action anime like recreations.
Because they've changed things.
No, because
and
it's
you've
just
already
crap.
got an attachment to the original stuff, and they've changed things.
Nah,
it's weird.
because it's just crap. Like Dragon Ball Evolution, they tried to do the same the Piccolo saga, but it was just crap.
But they changed things up.
But
I can't really remember what exactly, but they definitely changed things up in that.
No, because it was the King Piccolo. I mean, I guess like because Goku's wasn't a child, he should have been a child fighting King Piccolo and stuff like that. But it was just
shouldn't have been Caucasian.
That's but yeah, it was
He's a Saiyan. He can be whatever the hell he wants.
That's true. Yeah. He's not technically Japanese. He's a Saiyan.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, So I feel like live action anime is different because it's just normally like One Piece. They're making the One Piece live action. I feel like it's just gonna be shit. It's gonna be tragic. But it's not the change up. It's just the fact that the animation to the live action just looks awful.
I mean, it should with like some of the budgets that these like things have. It shouldn't be awful.
Yeah.
But it does end up being awful. But I do think it's the same principle, man. And I mean, I guess you're saying Bel-Air is good, so you're enjoying it anyway. But I feel like
it's very good.
I feel like I'm just against that in principle.
Yeah,
like it changing.
I feel like because you're never gonna be able to watch it because even if it's good, you're still gonna be against it. And when you're watching it, you're just like, nah, because you have to.
Because I actually wouldn't be madly opposed to seeing the Fresh Prince as a drama, but keep it the same. Like I feel like Hillary being a spoiled brat, like a proper spoiled brat, was used for comedy in the show.
Yeah.
Right? But you can have that and have that be used for drama. You could do that same thing. So instead of the whole, daddy needed $100 for a new hat or whatever, it can literally just be, like one of the things where she just doesn't know the price of like a loaf of bread, kind of thing. Like in terms of like when she moves out, you said she moves out, or whatever. And say, imagine she had to go shopping for the first time. Obviously, it's not the most dramatic thing, but I'm saying like you can. That's a more serious way of presenting.
I feel like there's not really anything that dramatic about like because with what she was doing this one, obviously with the cooking, and she's an Instagram influencer. She was doing the cooking, she's an influencer, and then she started basically doing like a OnlyFans sort of thing where she was the naked chef essentially. And cooking in sexy lingerie.
Okay.
So that's their like kind of, and then obviously when her parents find out, that's the drama from it sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, but where her not knowing the price of a loaf of bread or her.
No, like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that's like the central drama. Yeah. But I'm saying that's a way of
her trying to like.
I'm saying that's the way of presenting her in the same way as say a spoiled brat, but without the comedy in it. Because obviously, daddy ain't $100 for a new hat. That's funny. I'm saying just to show, and that shows that she's spoiled. I'm saying in a drama, you would show that she's a spoiled brat by, okay, I moved out now. I need to go shopping. How much is a loaf of bread? Like $100. And then being like, oh wait, no, it's actually like this. Like that's how you kind of show it in a more serious way, like. Or in a way that would be more realistic to life, kind of thing. Because I definitely don't think like Paris Hilton knows the price of a loaf of bread. Like, so yeah, so like that's what I'm saying. So I'm not saying that's the drama of drama of her character. I'm just saying that's how you present like her character trait in a more.
But then I think they need to give her something like so her cooking was her kind of an inspiration. She could have still been an influencer.
And also, what I was gonna say is, Fresh Prince very rarely focused on Hillary's life anyway, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like the drama of the show should be more to do with Will and his relationships with these people. So Will and his relationship with Carton and at school and stuff, and like trying to fit in at this new school. I'm sure it does, but I'm saying like Will trying to fit in with school, and then should also be Will and his tension with Uncle Phil, and Will and his trying to find his place in this new environment and being guided by Aunt Viv, and like I feel like that should be more the thing, and Will like being around someone like Hillary and not necessarily understanding her and how she lives, because again she's spoiled and he's come from being poor and whatnot. So I feel like that, and I feel like you can flesh that out, and especially because the material's there, the Fresh Prince like material like is there. Like the episode where Will carves his name into the table, like I think that's like the first episode, right?
Nah, it's a few in. It's the first season, I think. Yeah.
Are you sure? I feel like it's the first episode because I feel like it happened.
Nah, he wasn't even at school in the first episode. Because he just came, then they did.
It's his first day at the school.
Oh yes.
Because what happens is, I'm remembering the joke because I remember Uncle Phil was like, "They damn one, Vivian. One," which was funny. So yeah, it must have been his first day at the school. But yeah, like something like that could happen, and that could be shown to be really, really dramatic. Because that would be in real life. That would be a really dramatic thing if someone was to deface one of like these institutions, like one of their pride and joy kind of things, and someone was to quote unquote deface it. That could be so dramatic. That could be like almost day down one, he's almost getting expelled from school, blah 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 blah. That's a plot line that I would be interested in seeing taken seriously and shown seriously. But instead we have Hillary doing naked cooking.
I mean, they have Will having trouble in school and almost getting expelled in literally the first week or something.
But what's he doing? Fighting.
I'm not gonna
selling drugs.
Watch.
I'm not watching.
Watch the show and you'll find out what he's doing, innit?
Moving food, yeah. Trapping.
Watch the show and you can see what he did.
And man, And this whole the changes backstory. I'm like, yo, it didn't need to be this dramatic. Like this.
Nah, it definitely didn't need to be. Like, it's definitely like, but it's a drama. It's
a drama. But I'm saying the original like situation was dramatic enough.
I feel like they were probably trying to detach from the original show more. So, and that's why they did do it in this way, because obviously they kept the characters and stuff.
And I'm saying, if you're gonna detach, change the names. If you're gonna do that, then be like, okay, it's a new thing. And if we're gonna do a new thing, you can't keep the same names. But if you're gonna keep the same names, then stay true to what.
It's a reboot. They do reboots all the time.
Okay, so like for example, do you remember like when DC did the whole New 52 reboot?
Yeah,
with the comics and stuff. Batman's backstory was still. Oh no, my mum and dad got killed in a back alleyway.
Yeah.
They didn't all of a sudden retcon that, or not retcon it, but change it to be something else because we're doing new Batman for a new generation.
Rebirth didn't it? Like Rebirth changed some people's stuff, didn't it? But I feel like the Flash had a different backstory.
Did he?
No. Did he not? Didn't Rebirth change some of the stories?
I don't remember. I mean, from what I read of the Flash Rebirth, I don't remember them covering his origin at all. So I'm not sure, but I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, they added new things, but I don't think they changed any previous stuff.
Was it Flashpoint then? One of them, I'm sure, changed some.
Yeah. Flashpoint changes a lot, but that's
just a
that was like an event more than a reboot or anything.
Yeah, so that's part of the story. That was Flashpoint was a story that changed stuff because of how that story went. But in terms of when they reboot stuff and whatever, they for the most part try to stay true to who these characters are or were. And granted, yes, that's DC rebooting DC, and this is something new doing something old. Yeah. Or something from a completely different company or whatever. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, the concept is not for me because I'm like, the concept, I would enjoy the concept if they detached further than they did. They should have either detached more or detached less. But where they are right now, from what I'm hearing, I ain't liking it.
Okay, fair. You need to watch it and then you can get your
I want to critique without knowing anything.
Nah, you need to watch it and then give a fair.
But haven't you heard that that's the best way to critique?
No, it's not.
From a place of complete and utter ignorance. It's the best way to critique.
Oh my god, I thought that's the worst way to critique something, but okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I've been watching anyway.
Okay. Do you want to go next or shall I?
You can go.
So I've been watching Attack on Titan. Restarted it because I was like, let me just start from the beginning again, and see what I've gone for that. And I haven't really been watching anything else. I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk recently and doing bare side missions, and like because I'm just enjoying being in that world again. So I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk. Been trying to catch up on like wrestling and stuff, so I've been watching a little bit, like dipping in and out of like watching like what's going on Raw and SmackDown and stuff because WrestleMania is tonight. WrestleMania is tonight. The 1 or 2 nights of the year where I might watch some wrestling. So
what?
So I've been trying to catch up and trying to catch up to know what's actually going to happen at WrestleMania, so I'm not completely going in blind. We got NXT on at the moment, and I recognize 2 out of 4 of these women.
Isn't that my babes, Mandy?
Yeah,
I thought so.
I said my babes, she's champion. Okay.
Yeah, my babe's doing things.
Right. In NXT though, she got sent back down because she used to be on the main roster.
She came on the roster, but she never did anything on the roster. She was like a
she was in a tag team.
Yeah, but I swear that they were like the puppets, like the Usos for the Roman Reigns sort of thing. She wasn't like a big tag like. I think
they did their own. I think they did things on their own.
Okay, I thought she was like someone's manager sort of thing, like not a woman, like kind of part of a woman faction, but like 3 of them, and she was like just never the.
Not that I remember. Okay. Not that I remember. I think she was tag team champion at one point. Yeah, women's tag team champion. Okay, so it's a 4-way. I thought it was going to be a tag match almost, but yeah, no, it's a 4-way. Okay.
Shit's weird though. She got veneers now.
They're like, veneers are like odd.
They're in now, isn't it? Everyone's in WWE's getting them.
Roman Reigns, and that's it.
Mandy. That's it.
But yeah, so that's what I've been watching really, and yeah, other than that, I've been reading a bit. I've been reading Akala's book called Natives, I think it's called, which is quite interesting. And yeah, just other than that, I've been chilling. What about you? Oh, you got a list?
Yeah.
Man, wrote it down.
Jeez.
Came prepared.
Yeah, because I started the list because the first thing I watched on like Monday, the Monday after we finished the last recording.
Yeah.
And I watched it all in one day. So I was like, I'm gonna forget to mention this. If I don't write it down, I'm gonna forget. And so that was a show called The After Party. It's pretty funny. It's a comedy, kind of, where like it's like a school reunion, high school reunion, and then someone dies in the after party, and it's just like following the detectives trying to figure out who killed the guy.
Okay.
It's like, who's the younger one of the Franco brothers? James?
Dave.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer for that, I think, actually, and I was gonna watch that.
Yeah, so he's in that. It's jokes. Yeah, obviously I watched it all in one day. It's like 8 episodes. It's very good.
Okay.
And then like on the same day, I watched a Netflix movie called Windfall, which had Marshall from How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
That was interesting. I guess it was a good movie. I didn't really like it. Yeah. But I think it was a good movie.
Is it a serious movie?
Yeah, super serious. But like it was like, have you ever seen a movie that's like fully just about the art of making a movie rather than like?
I've not seen any, but I know what you mean, like Birdman and that.
Yeah, it's like it was weird because I knew, obviously I've read this synopsis or whatever, and I was like, cool, this sounds like a good idea. Then I was watching it and it was like all camera angles and like long shots and whatnot. I was like, this is interesting, but it's not really for me.
Yeah.
And then I finished all of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I think I was on like season 3 last episode.
Oh, mad. And there's like 16 seasons.
15 seasons. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was just plowing through it just every day, just watching it because it's jokes. And then yesterday I watched a movie called The Bubble that dropped yesterday.
Oh, is it out now?
Yeah.
The anime?
No.
Oh,
it's a live action movie, yeah.
Okay.
About them making a movie while COVID's going. So they're inside a bubble trying to make this movie.
Okay.
It's super weird. I mean, I didn't really like it. I don't know if I'd say it was a bad movie, but I didn't like it because it was like, well, first of all, I went into it thinking it was a TV show. So I thought I was watching the first episode, and then I clocked that I was watching a movie. I was like, okay, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think the pacing was a bit off for me, but yeah, whatever. It was alright. And then the new show that I'm watching is another Netflix thing, Emily in Paris.
Oh, I saw that pop up. I haven't watched it yet.
Girl from Ozark. No, sorry. Yeah.
That's Inventing Anna.
That's Inventing Anna. It's the girl from what's that? It's the show I used to watch with Pretty Little Liars. That's it. There you go.
What the short one, isn't it? Lucy Hale and even
Yeah. The weird thing about that is that going from watching Sunny in Philadelphia and then to that is that in It's Always Sunny, anything bad that can happen happens. But in this, no matter what she does, there's always a good outcome. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking there's going to be some conflict, but then everything she does is just good. Like, she sleeps with someone's... So she goes to her friend's house. She sleeps with her 17-year-old brother. And...
How old is she?
She's like late 20s.
Yeesh.
But she didn't know he was 17.
Okay.
The whole family finds out.
Yeesh.
The mum takes her into her back office, and you think it's going to be conflict, but in actuality, she just wants to know if her son does good sex.
That's outrageous. What?
Oh my God.
That's actually that's foul.
But obviously, this is what French people are like. But I don't know. I doubt it.
Sounds quite xenophobic. Like, I don't know, but that's wild. That's a wild thing to ask. Like, nah, man. Can you imagine? Like, can you imagine having that conversation with someone's mum?
I'm walking out of the room. I'm like, this is not a conversation that we're having. Bye.
Come sit down. We can talk. So how was she?
Nah, man.
Did you have a good night?
She got that grip.
Oh my god!
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Oh, that gorilla glue, glitter. Oh my god!
But yeah, that's just an example of something that should be a bad situation turned out to be somehow favorable for her. But yeah, that's all I've been watching really. That's me.
Have you watched Moon Knight yet?
No.
Okay, I think the first episode dropped the other day.
Oh, Moon Knight. Yeah. Oh yeah. I did watch the first episode. I forgot. Yeah.
Is it any good?
Yeah. I think is a very good first episode. Yeah. I'm hopefully it's going to be all good all the way through.
Yeah. I might watch that soon.
Yeah. It's kind of like Split. The main character is kind of like
what the Ben Willis. What's his name? Bruce Willis.
Yeah, but
the middle one. Yeah.
Where the guy has the
James McAvoy.
Yeah, the DID.
Yeah.
It's like similar situation to that.
Okay.
Which I don't know if that's how he is in the comics or not, but it's interesting.
I feel like when he's in costume, is it he's different, or is it like just normally he's or just kind of?
I think he has 2 or 3 different things. So I think he has his normal one, who doesn't know what the hell's going on. Then he has a second one, and then I think maybe when he's Moon Knight, he's another person.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the comics are either. To be fair.
Yeah, but I think it looks like. I mean, from the trailer, it looked like it was going to be good. From this first episode, it's looking like it's going to be good as well.
Okay. Give that a watch.
You looking to watch that, Ellie? Yells?
What?
Moon Knight.
No. Okay. Yeah, I don't. I mean, maybe if the situation arises, but I'm not like running to it. No.
So you're just done with Marvel stuff then?
I'm done with the ones that I'm not already interested in. So like where, for example, Ant-Man, I wasn't interested in that, but it was Marvel, so I'm gonna watch it. And enjoyed myself, to be fair. And to be fair, Guardians of the Galaxy as well kind of was a similar thing, but again, Marvel, when I watched it, enjoyed myself. Love those characters now. Amazing. But now I'm very much at a point of I just want to see the continuation of the stories that I'm already invested in, kind of thing, or like or at least the characters that I'm already invested in. I want to see, what happens with Thor, what happens with Doctor Strange, like I'll be happy to watch those. But in terms of like new people and stuff, yeah, I'm over that for now. Like that's not to say I will never watch the movie. I'm boycotting or anything. Absolutely not. I'm just not run into it. If I see it on TV, I might watch it. If I see it on the stream, I might watch it. But
it's a show.
It's a show.
Yeah.
On Disney Plus, I'm guessing then. Then maybe one day. But yeah, I'm not running into it.
Okay. Cool. Well. Anything else?
I don't have anything else to say.
Looking like the app's done.
Yeah. What's the final song, Yels?
The final song is the Avelino one. You know it.
I don't know. I had to play this. I thought you had to play this up.
The final song is Avelino. What's it called? 4 Seasons Freestyle. So this is Autumn Edition. It sounds like he's done. When did this come out? How's it the Autumn Edition? How is it the Autumn Edition in March or April?
It's a bit late. It dropped in the release radar like yesterday.
I see. He did an EP called 4 Seasons, and all of them are there.
Oh, okay.
So it turns out we're playing the Autumn Edition because that's the one Bez chose to add.
Could play the Spring Edition if you want. You haven't played it yet.
To be fair, all right, cool. We'll do the Spring Edition then. I haven't heard it because we're making this up as we go. But yeah, we'll play the Spring Edition. So yeah, for another 2 weeks, man, we're out of here. Catch us back here for episode 40. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll do something special for episode 40 because that's another milestone, man. Another 10 episodes down. But yeah, make sure you follow us on all the socials at 5 Letters Podcast. That's the number 5. Also, come and let us know, man. Do you lie on nights out, or just in general? Do you lie to strangers, and why? And would you have a problem if a stranger lied to you on a night out or anywhere? Really, would that deeply hurt you, or would you understand? But yeah, for another 2 weeks out here, make sure you come back, check out episode 40, man. Peace.
Peace.
Yo, been in the
hard, I had to wait a while. Trying to make it happen, never knew if I would make it out. Work hard, play hard, I never played around. Had to go goals just so I could bring the rave around. I pulled up to where I grew up on a grown thing, it was Rolls Royces. Spoiled for choice with gal, I really had no choices. I'm backstage and rolling loud, cause I speak for the voiceless. Tapping into greatness and I still remember tapping oysters. Yeah, but then we bust, Turn my drive into Bentley trucks. Mercedes just sent a truck with a Benz in the back, it's love. VIP deals with them, we're VIP in the club, it's lit. Glow dark, lad, you never saw me so dark in the park. Been a runner, this ain't a walk in the park, it was hard. Hard food in my pocket, shot in there, shot for the stars, and it made me a target. That's when I knew I'm making it far. Yo, I'm in beast mode and it shows. Lost 3 stones in a row, I think I finally grown, yeah. On the road to riches, it's been a rocky road. I'm rocky at the Apollo with Creed all on my clothes. I miss going Cologne and Greece so we could roam in European cars. I'm German whipping out in France, but London's still in my heart. Swiss watch on my arm, the one I used to raise my glass. I should be drinking in the dance. Corona's got me at home, Corona popping. Been a showstopper, couldn't picture the show stopping. But it's still money over bitches, but only mobbing. You know the world revolves around me till I'm dizzy and sick to my stomach. If greed can feed your hunger, then the dunya's gonna done you. When I saw the silver lining, there was fun that they was clapping at him. 9 niggas 6 feet.